Ladies and gentlemen, we build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast. We label, we here, we feel great. We throw the bombs in there. Last time my bombs wasn't working. It was like retrograde, but it wasn't retrograde. It was just off. It was off, but now we on. We are back, man. Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcraft. I am your host, Killah Priest the Iron Sheik. You know what I'm saying? Running the rock is none other than ADA Dizzle.
What's good? What's good? Welcome back.
This time we got a little something for the different from the middle. It's not Solo Gems, but shout out to him. We got Code 17. You know what I'm saying? Code 17. Y'all saw her. She was on the show before.
Hello, everyone.
She got a lot of interesting things to say.
Can you hear me, AD?
Yeah.
What you said?
I didn't hear my heads up. I didn't hear myself.
Oh, okay. You said. Well, I thought you said AD. Oh, you said what up, AD? Yes.
No, I said hello, everyone.
Oh, okay.
I asked AD, can you hear me? Is my mic on?
Shout out to the craft room. We was having a great discussion. If y'all don't know Code 17, she's been rolling for a minute, and we've been building, and a lot of interesting things are going on out there today. We're probably a little late on the subject, but nah, anytime we hit a subject is real. It's real. It gets real out there. You know what I'm saying? So you was asking me a question about what's going on out in the atmosphere. You know, shout out to the Podcraft first, and what we were talking about. You were ran something.
No, I mean, I just was asking about the whole conversation surrounding Jim Jones, I guess, questioning Nas's relevancy and that sort of thing. Right. I'm sure you guys already somewhat touched on it, and it's been a subject matter that's kind of been ran into the ground the past week or so.
I don't think it's being ran in the ground. I think it's just a matter of discussion. We haven't touched it a little bit, but it's very touchy. It's crazy. It's like, I said it on my live, like a lot of artists, they have ambition, and every artist gets cocky at some point in time. But there are limitations. There are limitations. Like as far as Nas is a proven legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's been around from the beginning. And he started out as a prodigy, I want to say, like a kid MC, young. And I remember when Search first brought him to the studio, well, his music to the studio. And the whole clan, we was all there just listening, and was like, okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody else out there spitting. You got your Biggies and your Jay-Z's and stuff like that. But what's your take on it?
I mean, it's a conversation that has a lot of components to it.
Right.
Obviously, which I'm probably like a lot of people I'm a huge Nas fan, and it's like, I feel like Jim Jones, he does have a lane, but it's just like, to me, I think I took a little bit of offense of even putting those two in the same category. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a bigger conversation than about, who's relevant, who can go viral. For me, I feel like in hip hop, we don't do enough to really preserve the legacy of our legends. Like, there are just certain people that is like, they really just shouldn't be questioned how people tend to question them or belittle, because this has been like an ongoing conversation of, I remember years ago, it was, a little bit of a controversy when I remember, I don't want to say someone on another podcast was belittling LL Cool J at a time, and kind of questioning his relevancy. And it's like, it's LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if time has passed and music has, evolved. It's LL. And so I just feel like I don't like that trend in hip hop where we question our legends. You don't hear about that in other genres. You would never hear about, for me, like, I never heard of like Blink, 182 questioning Aerosmith. you know, like that the lead singer of that band wasn't trying to diss Steven Tyler, whether or not Steven Tyler was, you know what I'm saying, was he relevant or not? Like, it's just not even a conversation to have. So it's like, why do we have that conversation within our community?
It's, oh man, you want me to answer that question? That takes it. That's a very seasonal, I don't know. It's like a buffet question. There's so many reasons that show you the mentality. And you know what? This is a generational curse thing and a generational wealth thing. Word. Oh, let me put this. No doubt. Shout out to the gods. Word. Hi, Kim. A generational curse thing and a generational wealth thing. This is why companies, they do good, because they first of all, they give the people that came before them props. They have no problem with that, and that's what keeps the legacy going. Forefathers or people who've done things and just be like, okay, they did this for hip hop, and we should respect that. They respect each other, like J.P. Morgan, like you said. What's the name? Blink.
Oh, Blink 182.
Yeah, they said Aerosmith is a great group.
Yeah, you never hear them talking about Guns N' Roses or you know, Axl Rose, or you know, I just never heard of that. If that's something that they have a conversation with, it's something that's like at home talk, you know, maybe barbershop talk, but they don't get on platforms belittling the rock legend.
Right.
It ends up on VH1 Behind the Music. Remember that?
I do. That was a really good show.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
you find out later on, yo, we were having all these problems, and there was all this. You hear about the drama later after the albums come out.
Yeah.
When they do a backstory.
Okay.
And come on, you got, the way I see it is that Jimmy, he respects numbers, right? And not the art as so much, but he did jump out the window and say that he would run circles around Nas lyrically. I don't know about that ever happening. But he has a right to believe what he could believe. The thing is, you're going to go public with it and kind of like disrespect the legends, and that's where you go off at what you.
I mean, that's a matrix to, you know, wait for certain conversations, but what do numbers really mean? Like, I would jump out on the ledge and say that maybe Aretha Franklin never did the numbers that Britney Spears did. Did Aretha Franklin do the numbers that Taylor Swift is doing? But it would even be a conversation. Ooh. You know what I'm saying? As far as their skill set, and not to say both of those ladies that I just mentioned, they are legends in themselves. Britney, I'm gonna give Britney her for a pop queen, and Taylor doing it for whatever her pop. You know what I'm saying? But it's like when you're having when you're having a serious conversation about music, like, we don't take time to belittle Aretha Franklin because she maybe didn't do as many numbers. You know, like, I don't think Whitney Houston, you know, ever thought, okay, well, you know, I've outsold Aretha, you know, or Patti LaBelle. Yeah, well, hip hop I'm superior.
Right. Well, hip hop is wild. Yo, we all coming for the Jay Flores. Shout out to Jay Flores in the building, man. Jumping out the window, very aggressive, crazy. And, you know, everybody from the streets, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's got this mentality, you know, definitely Jimmy being from the hood. You know, Nas is from the hood too. Even though if he's looking at the project windows, I mean, you got Cormega speaking like that. But I totally respect what you said. And I totally agree with you at the same time. Giving legends, it has something to do with our mentality. It has something to do with it, the way that we, I guess, raised and coming through the game, and everybody want to tear through each other just to be great. Be great at your craft and respect those who came before you, and that's all you Solar said Jimmy is only concerned with fashion. Be a fashion guy then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Nas is fresh though. He came out a little fresh. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's on the mic has to get a little fresh. You know, Nas was fly back then. He still fly.
I mean, I think I think it's well, I don't know. I guess you can say fashion. I guess it is an important component of, if you want to talk about hip hop as a whole, but
Nas
again is considered like, you know, one of the top MCs. It is ridiculous to even, you know, relegate his career to clothes, you know, his fashion sense. And then, by the way, even the metrics with Nas, his numbers are like way bypass Jim Jones in that aspect. You know, like, I don't know, you know, exactly where, if he was, you know, really talking factual, he was just kind of throwing stuff out there. But again, it's not even to like belittle Nas, as if, you know, he hasn't for what, 2 or 3 decades now have been putting out like consistent chart topping music.
Give us a classic, Illmatic, you know, when it really meant something, you know. Well, during the time, people going through changes in puberty and coming up and learning the real world, and just give us a classic. Like, I never heard, you know, Jim say something like, give a shotgun with Medusa in hell. You know what I'm saying? So those are lines. Those are real lyrics that make you think, like, damn, this dude giving shotguns to Medusa in hell, and yo, it ain't hard to tell. Word. So it's just like, we balling. That's cool. That's cool for what it was. But why does he say, what's going on with the YNs? Like, what's going on? What's going on? Like, am I missing something here? Is Jim like shooting through the roof with the numbers or something like that? Like, what's going on? What pumped him up like to go out the window like that?
What I will say with Jim is, he is one of those artists, and this is something that to be commendable. He's figured out a way to have somewhat of a longevity, like especially when you're looking at rap career, because then he come out.
Where's the longevity? That's just the part I'm missing.
Okay, as far as relevant, because if you think about relevancy,
right,
and you know, are there awareness? Right. You know, I think if I talk to my 20-something-year-old nephew, he knows Jim Jones. I don't know if he's so into his music, but I think that he does have a connection with, I mean, for what I can see, I think he tapped into kind of like that gang culture, you know, so that's something that, you know, the YNs, you know, that's something that, you know, they've adapted, and he, you know, has adapted it. So I think that's something just relevant with him. The fashion, I mean, I don't know. Like, I do remember that was like the early 2000s. It was a moment with the bedazzled stuff and the Ed Hardy stuff. Like, is that the fashion statements he's talking about? But I don't know if that's even that fashion statement is still relevant. Like, if anything, I feel like Cameron and introducing the whole pink, that have had more of a long lasting impression. Just not on hip hop, but just, you know, I feel like in making it acceptable for men to wear pink. That to me have been more long lasting than, you know.
Oh, shout out to my man West Fourth. They've been doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
so, but he just brought it to the forefront, just like the moonwalk.
That's what I'm saying. He brought it to the forefront because even again coming from California. Yeah. We seen people wearing Ed Hardy and all the rhinestone stuff. Yeah. That was kind of a thing already. Like you seen that in Orange County, in Hollywood. You know, maybe that wasn't a thing within hip hop culture. Right. But I want to say, like, you know, he started. This trend.
He put it out there, just like, you know, they used to call it backslide, and Mike. Yeah. The moonwalk. Yeah. It's just whatever.
But I think, anyways, for back to your question of like, why do the younger
I mean,
generation.
is that true?
I feel like I feel like.
Does he have more followers than the Yo Gotti? I don't know all of the names.
I mean, reality TV. I feel like he was one of the earlier rappers, established rappers to embrace reality TV.
Before Joe Budden?
With love in hip hop. I think Joe Budden was early to share his life on the internet because he had his own website. No, Favorite Love came before that. Yeah. But so that's what I'm saying. So Jim Jones, he was one of the earlier rappers to adapt that. And from what I understand, Love and Hip Hop series did start with him and his significant other. It was supposed to follow him and his significant other. So as far as you want to know if like this generation of, I guess, millennials, how they know him is through Love and Hip Hop. So that creates relevancy.
But they still know Nas though, right?
Yeah, I think they still know Nas, but they know Nas in a different manner. You know, like there are certain artists who don't share their life as much on social media as others, you know, like Cardi B.
Solo Facts is funny, man. Jim is the oldest one.
I've seen that.
There's some jokes out there, man. They got some really crazy memes and stuff. The oldest YN, that's why.
I know. I seen someone else in some social media comments. I think they called Jim what did they call him? Like a. I can't even remember it. It was something funny though. It was like
but you know the clan, the Wu's been messing with Nas for a very long time. Yeah. Tours and stuff like that, and you know, I just say, you know, respect to each his own. Both of their last name is Jones. You know, that's why. Don't let the Joneses get you down. So that's what's going on outside.
If they were related some kind of a way, like
that'd be funny. Yeah,
great grand mamas was cousins or something like that.
Exactly. And it's always one of those cousins that come home from jail. It's always crazy, messing up the whole party and stuff like that. Got to come in, this is the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, to each his own. But, you know, I'm going to side with Nas on that one, man. It's like, he's still doing his thing. So I respect Jimmy, his work ethics. You know what I mean? Koch, that was a big thing. That's when I was doing my thing, independent. You know what I'm saying? So when he was going through those lanes of Koch Records, and I knew about those same lanes. And Cormega, shout out to Cormega too. So Cormega and them, came out to the West Coast. Then you got cats like, what's my man from Long Island? I can't forget the name. Long Island. MC from Long that's doing his thing right now on the underground tip. I don't know. Oh man, I'm looking for the. Come on, what's my man name? I'm tripping. He was down with UN back in the days. Geffen. I don't know why I'm not the Rock. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, Rock Marciano. Shout out, pardon me, Rock Marciano for I draw the blank on that one. That's my man too. Shout out to him. So those when they start giving out lanes, when cats like myself, when we was like, oh man, we're not letting the industry control the narrative of what we're doing. Let's break out. And then I think other artists started seeing that you could do your own lane. The biggest one would be Master P. You know what I'm saying? Master P was just like, I'm gonna make my own ice cream truck, entrepreneur from the get-go. I'm gonna do this. And then so the lane started to open up. I don't know what era it was, but then you had Jim Jones found his lane. You know what I mean? He came out, put out Ballin' through here. And then I don't know the whole history behind Dipset or why they could never merge together. But that's where it's at. And it leads to right now, to jumping out the window and making crazy calls like that. And we need to respect our elders. What up, McKep? Shout out to McKep the Great. He says, peace to the Podcraft Nas. And ain't close. That's right. Everybody gonna do that. Even he thought about it himself, like, man, maybe I went out a little too quick, but then he, you know, when you start talking about bringing back the Koofy snap, anybody can get got, bro. Anybody, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to look at age. And then Nas just put out this new thing. I heard he's down with He's doing a casino.
Casino in Queens.
Yeah, he's doing a casino in Queens, man. Show us by example. Lead by example.
I felt like that was a very classy. I'm gonna take it as a classy clapback. You know, like so I'm gonna get into this discussions to, you know, have to justify my place in hip hop. Let me let you see what I'm on right now. You know, and
right,
like I thought that was very like, you know, just classy. You know.
Yeah, exactly. What a way to clap back or do it classy. But like you said, and then he want to push generational wealth, and that's what we need. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's about growth and development.
Evolution.
And what?
Evolution.
You know? That's right. You know? So I mean, let's go a long way back from Karis One dissing. A lot of people don't know about this dissing. Grandmaster, what was it? No, Furious 5, Grandmaster Flash, and Busy B. He just Busy B. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, way back, and then you got the battles with LL and
Modi.
Yeah, you know your hip hop. You see what I mean? She on point, yo. She knows her hip hop. Yeah, Kumo D and Ice-T at the same time. He said, "I shoot the hose off your pants." It's going back.
I think I love, you know, the competitiveness in rap, but it's just like sometimes it's like it just got to make sense. Like this whole Nas thing, it just seemed came out of nowhere. Well, I think like it was another was it a podcast, and they had a younger member on the panel.
Yeah.
Discuss, and that's how the whole, you know, Nas versus Jim conversation even came up. But it still seems so random. Like,
yeah, it's just wild. I say clear those try the subject, but we had to hit on it a little bit because, you know, I mean, it's real life and this is what's happening right now.
What is Real Facts I've seen is MC Hammer. I don't know what y'all was talking about, MC Hammer.
Yeah, Hammer getting it in right now. Have anybody saw Hammer lately? Hold on, let me show you. Did I send you? Yo, listen, if anybody saw what MC Hammer got going on right now, he's gearing up for a tour.
Is he?
He's 60-something years old. Let me show you how this man is moving right now.
I would totally. I tell you, I would go. I'm going to go to MC Hammer concert if this is real.
Yeah.
Because I missed it. I was a little bit too young. Well, my parents, you know, they wasn't into, you know, taking us to concerts and stuff when MC Hammer was at his height. But I'm always so jealous of anyone who says that they saw MC Hammer in person. I mean, in concert.
I didn't believe it. I was one of those cats, man. I fell victim. You know what I'm saying? Hammer, Hammer. Because he's messing up the lyricism.
Hammer beef with LL Cool J. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, shout out. Until I saw Hammer perform, I was like, oh, this guy's real. And I don't even know how I just ended up in his concert, but I thought he did. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was on cocaine. Because there was no way in the world you could keep going. Like, he was dancing one side of the stage and just slide all the way, and they just kept going, and energy was up. And I was like, wait a minute, I look at it, this could be like Mike? Because it was phenomenal. I was like, MC Hammer probably one of the greatest performers that I've seen. And he did every dance move in second. I was like, yeah, he got to be on cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Only thing can make you move like that is some of that yayo coming straight from Colombia.
I always find MC Hammer music to be great workout music. Like, I remember over the pandemic, you know, we're stuck at home, and so I got into like working out more, and I would just throw on some MC Hammer because just that upbeatness, or even like watching the videos and just how they were moving.
Right.
Man.
Right. MC Hammer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like. Even how they used to move. If you go back and watch those MC Hammer videos, it's just like how they were moving was just so smooth, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's almost like that African just expression, you know, just that coolness, you know, that black man coolness.
Yeah,
like,
he was.
I don't care what nobody, and not even that. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't give MC Hammer his props as far as opening up a lot of, you know, opportunities for the hip hop community, you know, because before I think he was considered you know, I remember him being talked about as like a sellout and all this type of stuff, but he was having sponsorships back in the day. Him and Kid and Play had their own cartoons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now look at all the rappers. Now it's like you not nothing if you don't have sponsorships. You know, if you don't have commercials, and now everybody want to be on TV. In films, and he did that first. You know, and made that acceptable from the mainstream, and a lot of people who were criticizing him went behind him, you know, did it too. And did the same and took advantage of all those, you know, lanes that he opened up for hip hop. So I just feel like hip hop as a whole just do not give MC Hammer his props. No, you got to, because he took it to another level, and then the person that's in trouble right now took a page right out of his book. Yeah. Did they? Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. He couldn't dance like Diddy. I mean, he could dance like, I just told her. He could dance like Hammer, but Diddy definitely was doing some Hammer stuff. You know what I mean? He had a couple moves. Yeah. You know what? I seen. MC, you remember Stacey Lattisaw? So I'm gonna take it back. Ooh. Yo, she's classic. She knows hip hop, yo. Telling y'all, she knows hip hop and music. That's crazy. It's a Stacey Lattisaw. I think the song was called "What You Need," and Diddy is one of the background dancers for her. And it's funny because he, you know, no one knew who. You know, pull it up, AD. Who he was, a little bit of it back in the day, but I remember that video because she wasn't known for having danced music. She was more ballads, right? And so when she did that video, that song, and had the, you know, the male dancers in the back whopping it out, you know, you know. I remember Father MC. That's about it. What am I looking up? Stacey Lattisaw. You remember that song? Stacey. Probably if you Google Stacey Lattisaw and then Puffy in her video or something like that, you'll probably. Yeah, Stacey Lattisaw. I think the song was called "What You Need." I think. Let me look. Found Love on the 2A Street. Yes. Yeah. That's very like 80s. Retro. Yeah, her Denise Williams was it? Oh, that is him. Yeah, that's him. Wow, take it back. Yo, I guess what you could do is turn down the you can play the intro because there's no beat. And I think is that Heavy D dancer? Is it? Yeah, because they both out of Yonkers, I believe, or they both from Mount Vernon. My bad, Mount Vernon. Let's get that right. That's the dude, Hot Dog. Down. Oh, you got to show the audience that. That's crazy. That's the dude who used to dance with Heavy D. Who that? Someone said MC Hammer and versus Third Base beef was funny. It really is, because I've seen an interview with MC Search is still. Listen to her. She know hip hop, yo. A lot of it is so hilarious. Yeah, his name was Hot Dog or something like that. Yeah, him. Take it back some. Stacy. Where's Diddy? Right, I think with the hat on. That's Diddy right there. Yep, that's him. Wow. He was having to teach her how to dance. And that dude was Hot Dog and Diddy. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you can stop it right there because we don't want to get on violations playing that. Yeah. Diddy, yeah. Yeah, you got, Soul Out Factory. He's from Chub Rock, not Heavy D. It's one of the big guys. Yeah. His name was Hot Dog, right? Yeah, I remember that. Heavy D and yep. Was it Heavy D or Chub Rock? Hot dog, hot diggity dog. Yeah, I think it was treat him right. Yeah, she know her hip hop, yo. When is Diddy? I don't know when Diddy go home, but go back down AD so we can read some of the super chat. Yeah, Stacey Lattisaw was beautiful. She was beautiful. I used to love me some Stacey Lattisaw. Wealth. Killah Priest. She had a beautiful voice. No better. I am Wealth. I think she does. I don't know what she does, but she does a what's that? It's a TV series on TV One where it's kind of like the Where Are They Now? And they did one on her a few years ago. I think she does maybe. She's in the gospel music. She comes from church. Pizza, pussy, pussy ass bitch, pizza. Oh,
See, you understood that, a stupid motherfucker, you. Burger. Motherfucker. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog.
Peace.
What's that, AD?
That's where I got that from. 'Cause y'all kept saying hot dog.
Yeah, he was a dancing yeah.
And I seen that, and I'm just thinking about that clip. Hot diggity dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hot dog. I remember all those
Hot
things. I
dog.
was trying to be a dancer.
Pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Oh, my bad.
He drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, exactly. Nah, we could, anyway. Lisa, she did look like Lisa. Her, Denise Williams, remember her?
Any favor?
Free.
Oh.
Free. I can't do the for free.
No, I'm definitely not going to attempt that song. I know
All right.
what my vocal limitations are.
We need another Chubb Rock or Heavy D. Type of MC's definitely missing. Yeah, Chief Rocker, Grandmaster.
Love Heavy D.
That's the thing, man. Those are real MCs, man. That somebody said corn dog. No, it was Hot Dog. His name was Hot Dog. Man, Heavy D.
You know, one of the biggest regrets I have is that Heavy D, I think it was his last concert in LA, I think at the House of Blues.
Mm-hmm.
And someone offered me to buy me a ticket because I used to do work for a nonprofit, and the director offered to buy me a ticket to his concert.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt bad because I didn't want to take from a nonprofit. I was like, no, that's okay. And wind up being his last concert, but everyone who went says that was like the best concert. Like random people I meet were like, yeah, did you see Heavy D in concert at the House of Blues? And it was like in 2009 or something. Like he was doing a comeback.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I miss
Heavy D, man. Yeah, the overweight lover. He was known for his dancing too. He was light on, but see, big dudes like that be light on their toes, yo. Mm-hmm. A lot of what was the dude name that was that Raekwon used him? He was dancing. I can't hardly say it. Immorality. Yeah, he used him on there. Him or me. Now we taking it way back, man. We taking it back to when you go into the club and you got your hair cut, your Gumby, and you coming there with your baggy pants and you looking across for the girl and stuff like that. You dance from the intro when you walking in the club. You dance all the way and you meet like in the middle of the dance floor. When cats really dance, now they don't even dance no more. For real, you be dancing and then don't let them put on "Do Me Baby" or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you in the middle of the dance floor and you going in and you had you had cats with Gumbies and they had the peroxide put on like the line. Yeah. So the parts.
like the Kwame.
Yeah, Kwame. There you
Kwame
go.
here.
There you go. Yeah.
It was like the anticipation to get into the club. Like you out on the line and like the DJ, you hear the DJ start to play your song and it's like, oh man, like you can picture yourself like, no, I was supposed to be on the dance floor and I was gonna do this dance. I was gonna back it up like this. And then you gotta pray like that the DJ plays this song again.
Yeah.
Like that type of anticipation, I don't know.
Yeah, now it's just
have that.
drill music.
Yeah,
drill music. Cats don't know how to have fun, man. Just sitting around. It's a vibe.
It's a
you know
vibe,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's a vibe. But if you go out, and I rarely, you will never catch me out. I love the crib now, you know what I'm saying? Or just down the block, or you might just catch me. But I'm not. But one time I did go, shout out with Tommy. AD?
Yeah.
Yo, that was wild. It was OC, so you already know a lot of crazy stuff was going on there. You got a lot of candy. And OC, they party, put it that way.
I don't think I've ever partied in the OC.
Yeah, they were flying across the place. It was nuts, yo.
I can imagine.
I was like, man, they was giving me all type of crazy, just all these you can't really hang out because they have these drinks that you can't even make up. Yeah. It's like, what? Let me get not just the Incredible Hulk. They be having like, they be having the like superheroes you never heard of. Let me get a super twister. Like I don't know, like, yo, I want the arms, the sleeves off. They be saying stuff like that with the sleeves off. Yeah, get them something like that. You need.
I think like everything has colors now assigned to them.
Yeah.
Like, give me the purple panda bear punch.
Yeah, you know what they did to us. They all started that from kids. I build on that before. All those colors and stuff, it relates to drugs.
They got zombie apocalypse.
The zombie apocalypse.
That sounds
You got
I'll never taste that.
unicorn tears.
that sounds depressing. Why would I be at a party and want to drink? What is that? You pop it or you drinking unicorn tears?
It's a glittery pastel colored martini with lychee
depressing.
and elderflower.
Yo. Get out of here, lychee, and surpass all of that good stuff. Let's get to the stuff that gets you not twisted.
You can get dragon's breath.
Wow, what the hell is a dragon?
That's smoky mezcal,
okay.
chili syrup, dry ice for the visual fire.
Yeah.
Dragon's breath.
Yeah. All I see, we go to those clubs like that.
Yeah.
And we having that type of stuff. What happened to redheaded slut? Back in the days, yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, yeah.
Or the black Russian.
Yeah, the black car. Yeah, the car. Russian car bomb.
Yeah.
Russian car bomb. You know what I'm saying?
You got
college drinks. Like, those
college drinks would be
nasty.
like sex on the beach.
Yeah, sex on the beach. Yeah,
well, you don't know. That's when you go to a bar for the first time.
There's a big slime in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this slime that's in this drink? Because you don't know what to put it in. Sex on the beach.
I feel like that's when you go to a bar and like for the first time you don't know what to order, so you think, sex on the beach or Long Island iced tea. That was for me. I remember the first time I went to a club in New York and I was underage. I shouldn't have been not at a club, at a bar. That'd make it worse. And I was probably like 18 or 19. And the bartender didn't kick me out because she looked very young.
Right.
And then he's like, what are you drinking? I was like, Long Island iced tea. So I feel like I'm in New York.
Right.
Everybody
Long Island.
Long
They got
Island.
They might got Staten Island iced teas now.
They have a Long Beach iced tea.
They got a Long
Do
Beach.
they?
So they
wow.
they just replaced the cranberry juice with Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Iced tea. Cranberry juice is in Long Island iced tea. Yeah, I stopped those.
So they swap things out. Like if you heard of a Bloody Mary?
Yeah, I heard Bloody Mary. I can't stand that drink.
There's one called the Bloody.
I don't understand it.
There's one called the Bloody Fairy.
Oh no.
And the Bloody Fairy, they just use absinthe instead of vodka. You know absinthe?
Absinthe.
Absinthe.
Is it the 100% proof? The one you shout out to Chavo, because my brother, he don't drink no more. Shout out. So I'm gonna put out a positive on him. So yeah, I remember System of the Down, right? So you know he's down with us. So we always at Chavo crib, stuff like that. And he's like, Priest, have you ever tried this? Absinthe, I think. Threw it across his table.
Okay.
And then he took out a lighter for real, and lit it, and the whole thing came off, just turned on fire. Then he said, now you drink it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you check it out. It was crazy. You got to put your hand on it and suck up damn near fire, but it don't burn your eyelashes and nothing like that. But it was crazy, and I was like, yeah, this is rock stars right here. This is another level. Because RZA told, he's like, yo, you think you really partying until you party like, and this is back in the days, Chavo. I know you married now. You have a beautiful husband to his wife. We used to party and stuff like that. And the absinthe, you can light it on fire. And his whole table was like blue flames. It just poof.
Or
So how did you
green
put it?
flames.
Yeah, green flame. That's it. Yeah. But when you light it though, the fire be like, the blue?
Yeah.
The little blue. Yeah, that's it. That's 100 proof alcohol.
Wow.
I think that's the straw, like Satan made it. They made it. Word. Somebody said gin and juice. Yeah, gin and juice.
Even
That's
to this
disgusting.
day,
Yeah.
I start.
Oh, brother, I'm like, what is you talking about? Gin, what kind of juice though? You gotta It's not just gin and juice. I was like trying to figure out what the
I think Snoop and them, they just started that trend.
Yeah.
Gin and juice.
what's the name of the juice? It's like, I know what gin is, but it was like always gin and juice. What's the juice part? Orange juice?
Whatever.
Yeah,
juice,
that's the
I
mix.
think
You would mix the gin with the juice.
What about pineapple juice?
But what type of juice? What the specific type of
It
juice?
depends on what you choose.
Yeah,
What kind of juice you want to use.
Gin and juice.
But the mix is the gin and with juice. Because sometimes, girls will have a chaser.
Yeah.
Or you could just have a mixed drink.
Right. Hold up.
Shout out to all the amaretto and sour girls.
Oh my God! Yes, you killed it. Amaretto and sour.
That was such like the basic, college. Shout out to my homegirl Barbara. We went to a club in I think we were in Canada or something, Toronto, and we went to some bar, and she ordered amaretto sour. I took one. I was like, oh, these are good.
So assuming that you had a Calvin cooler before.
I don't know what that is.
Calvin cooler. That's like you need like 50 of them to get twisted. You know what I'm saying? You need like 50. There's like a soft drink Calvin cooler. This was in Brooklyn like a while back. They didn't even look like that.
The thing with amaretto sours, they'll creep up on you. Like you can have a couple and but you go over like 2 of them and then they hit you because they so sweet. You think you just sweet and you just drinking juice. Oh no, Mad Dog 2020. That's hardcore. Don't you drink one of those out of the paper the brown paper bag?
Oh, you poured it? Nah, man. I remember.
No, isn't that when you keep the bottle in the brown paper bag?
Oh yeah, Mad Dog 20. You twist the bag up like, it's a 40. It's a 40. The original 40 was OE. You know what I mean? Shout out to all my cats. I remember told them 4E 40s. I was like, damn, what the hell is it? That gasoline? It looked like gasoline, but you had the father or the mother of them all was drinking. I never drunk it. Never drunk it.
Me neither.
Lucky.
I never had a 40.
Here's the drum roll. This is all my old school cats. They'll know this name. Everybody gonna smile on the top because this is liquid crack. Cisco.
Ooh.
There you go.
I never.
Cisco. You heard about that, AD?
No.
Cisco went through Brooklyn. That's where I'm from. Like it was like liquid crack. Cats was just like, man, no clothes, shirt. That was a wild drink, man. A lot of fights.
I remember Yo-Yo. Remember her song she had where she was like, we drinking Cisco.
Yeah.
That's the only, I was like, ooh, that seemed like a serious drink. Mickey's
fine. Yeah, they had this much, probably that much sugar in it. You know what I mean? And that sugar just ferments, turns into that alcohol, man. You just crazy. Cisco, right. He knows liquid crack, man. Cisco. No doubt that was back in the days, man. That's probably the top one at $5. I don't know. You get it for somebody in the car. They don't sell that though, but somebody who bring that back would be crazy.
Yeah, no.
I got a lot of stories, man. I remember buying a friend of mine. Father was like, yo, just go to the store, give me a Hurricane. And I didn't know what that was. Like, oh, it's a beer. Yeah, it's 2 of them. A hurricane and an earthquake. And it's real hood. I was like, all right, I got you. Anybody else want something? I'll head to the store. So I come back with a hurricane. They gave him a hurricane. And that, man, let me tell you. I regret it to this day. I can't have, man, got him a hurricane. And they were like, yo, you didn't give him a hurricane, right? I was like, oh, they was
it ready-made or they have to?
They said a canned soda called a Hurricane.
Oh, okay.
Don't get no unks, no, don't get him that because it was an instant regret. He was cursing. I mean, the N-word, just everything, just cursing everybody out. Just crazy, man. It left, and then he took the car. It was just crazy, man. Took the car driving. Yo. He was on one, right?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. It was a different color. They changed the color. Hurricane, they put earthquake in there too. I don't know what they put those drinks, man. Terrell, what is it? Earthquake. That's the original. Yeah, Earthquake. One of those two, I don't know percentage of them, but it's like, it'd have them out in the street fighting. Somebody said Four Loko, yeah, no doubt. MD should have label, it causes liver disease. Yeah, man. Malt Duck, what's that? That was, I remember.
What was E40? What was that song, Hurricane? Were they talking now? I'm curious. Wait, remember that song he had called Slurricane? Or was that somebody else's song? And he was
It probably was a
on
play on it. Yeah, it could have been a play.
Yeah, some of those songs. I don't know what we were singing about, what we were listening to back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh, the group was called The Click. Oh. Okay. Slurricane.
Well, anyway, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, don't
That's
drink and
the
drive.
main
Yeah, exactly.
message.
Yeah, don't drink and drive, man. Don't always pull over. Don't get in the car. Yeah, he said that's not, especially
Call
up in
Uber
age.
now, Ubers and Lyfts.
Yeah, they have all type of stuff to keep you out of that.
Cab.
But just don't drink if you can. Golden Chappelle, I remember that. Shout out to Big Red, Golden Chappelle. I know Golden Chappelle Queen. They should have put her face on the front of Golden Chappelle. Yeah, all these cheap box wines and stuff that was raided through the hood, all full of poison, man, just took a lot of people out, man. Just took us out, fighting, and remember all of that stuff. St. Nas, yeah, St. Nas. Matter of fact, I think Nas had a song for St. Nas.
Really?
Yeah, Ice Cube did back, and I think some of the Clan did too. Yeah.
Ice Cube. St. Nas.
Yeah, St. Nas, I think him and AZ.
Did y'all drink Boone's Farm in New York?
Which one?
Boone's Farm. It was like a we used to call them boonies in California.
Nah.
It was like this little very cheap wine.
Yeah. Is it in a box?
No, it was in the regular wine bottle.
Oh yeah.
Boonies.
I saw
That was
the ones
like a
in the
cheap
box
wine
that
we
make
used to
your lips turn red. I never like talking to chicks like that when they have the red from the wine on their lips. It's like,
What type of wine?
oh man.
They got red.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
How
that's
you
some
get
stuff.
red from wine on your lips? How much wine?
And a hole in the wall. And a hole in the wall. Juke joint. Some of the stuff.
Red wine on your lips and a juke joint. Let's break that down.
Yeah, with playing pool.
How can? Cause I'm trying to think.
Long
How do you get a
night.
mustache? Can you get a wine mustache? I've never heard of how getting a wine
Yeah,
mustache.
man. It's and then they talk to you like cigarettes filled. Like, I don't even know why I was in that predicament. You know, you just end up in a crazy place. No
Yeah,
street
like on your birthday, you end up at a bar. Next thing you know, you wake up on Priest's couch the next day. What happened?
Yo, we had a good time.
Man.
Yo.
I heard I had a good time.
Yeah, you had a good time, man. He was off the
I
hook.
don't remember it, but
Nick
I
was there.
guess I had fun. It's one of those days.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That was
I
a sight to see.
Yeah. He was,
AD on 1000.
yeah, he was on 1,000. Wow. It was. When I looked at the stage and saw you at the stage, that's where I was.
That was the last time I remember.
Yeah.
I lost consciousness after that.
Can I DJ?
I was looking for the mic.
Yeah, you look.
I was like, "Where's the mic?" I wanted
The
to make.
bouncers had to come get you.
I wanted to get on the mic and make an announcement.
Yeah.
Say it's my birthday. I was gonna say shout out to Priest.
Oh yeah.
So I was looking for the mic. You know what I mean? Because I used to be a stage manager.
Right.
So I'm very comfortable just walking on a stage.
No, you were cool. You were cool. They just didn't know you was coming.
Yeah.
That was the thing. I think the tequila made you it told you to go up there. After a while, you was just drink. You just left and went up there. I think McKepper was.
No,
with
you gotta watch me because if I drink, I'll straight up go backstage.
Yeah.
I'll walk around like I own the place because I used to be a stage manager.
Right.
So I used to be very comfortable going into the staff area, grabbing microphones and like. So I had a buddy of mine. His name was King Lil G. He's still a rapper.
Right.
he had a show, and I was friends with his homegirl. So I went on stage. I'm like, I'm gonna introduce y'all. So I grabbed the mic, and they're like, who is this guy? What's he doing? And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, this is King Lil G. And I hyped up the whole crowd. Yeah. So at first they're like, what's he doing? Who's this guy? And then they ended up being like, oh, thank you. Hey, so like I was like a host. Like I knew how to like introduce a group. Yeah. But they just thought I was some random drunk.
Right.
So they ended up like being very thankful and everything. But the sound guy didn't know who I was. The manager of the club didn't know who I was. But his whole group didn't know who I was. Just him.
I'm gonna tell you, you got respect from though.
Oh hell yeah!
You got a lot of respect from the DJ because you knew your music.
Oh yeah.
And when you went over there and said he's not gonna play, he's gonna play this. Well, remember he liked it that he was like, "Yo," and then Mick and Solo, we just had a good time, man.
Yeah, I just wish I remember more. Man. But next time I'm just gonna have half of what I drank.
Like if not if you hanging with us. Yeah. It was. I mean, you deserved it, bro. I mean, you work hard. You do a lot of things. So,
but I have to count.
Yeah, you have to count.
I went to Disneyland with my homegirl a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And she drinks Henny.
Yeah. Ooh,
and
straight to the head for the bottle.
You know what? I'm not used to Hennessy.
Something like this. Huh?
I'm not used to Hennessy, because we were at Disneyland, so we ordered from the bar.
Ooh, that's gangster.
That's just expensive at Disneyland. Anyway, we're at downtown Disney. They have a little bar area there, so we just ordering double shots. Pricey, but smooth. Like it's a different vodka, different than tequila.
Right.
I'll never touch Jägermeister again. That's a demonic.
As a college girl, that's a college girl.
I'll never touch that Jägermeister. Yeah. But the Hennessy. Cool. I felt really smooth. I didn't slur my speech. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel sloppy. I felt actually a little bit sharper.
Right.
We were having an incredible conversation. We had a great time. She almost got mad at a stranger. She's tiny, so the alcohol hit her quicker.
Right.
She almost got mad at a stranger for something dumb.
Right.
But besides that, I woke up the next day with no hangover.
Really?
I felt good. Mm-hmm. I felt a little bit off. I wasn't 100%, but I didn't have the same feeling as what tequila would do. I didn't feel the same feeling. I had no headache. But I was impressed with the quality of Hennessy. I'm not saying that's my new favorite drink.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. A couple of things are weird about that. Getting drunk in Disney World?
Disneyland.
That's kind of wild.
That's very common.
I mean, we ate though too. Yeah. It wasn't.
I never, but she's Disney. This is Mrs. Disney. I would think you would do like psychedelics out in Disney
World. I've done that before with my other homegirl.
But you can drink in California,
California Adventure. They got a wine tasting area and they have a bar.
Yeah.
So we went to the bar.
Oh, wow, that's
you order like the fish tacos.
I've never been to Disneyland in my life.
Yo, you gotta go. I'll take you, man.
Never been.
We'll go in the whole group.
I think it's over.
Nah, you'll like it.
Yeah, everybody telling me what's the one there's one in Florida, right?
Yeah, that's Disney World. You want California Adventure and Disneyland. We'll get the park hopper tickets.
Yeah.
And you got to see California. It's a little bit more for adults. The California Adventure area.
Yeah.
So you'd like it a little more. It's a wine tasting area. It's a nice like Italian restaurant there. You can go on these roller coasters and stuff. A huge like food area.
So I would think you would do like mushrooms, right?
Yeah, I've done mushrooms.
I told Sola, because I was walking through Coney Island, and that's in Brooklyn. So Coney Island is like, I can see that's where they filmed The Warriors. Remember that one? So me and Salo was walking through. I was wanting to meet my niece, and I was like, "Yo, this would be a good place. I could see where if you were psyched out, walking through there." It's crazy because they got this ride called a cyclone, and it looks like it's about to fall apart all the time. Like you get on there, and it looks like, I guess that's the thrill of it, because you get on there and you look like you're about to fall. Like it's about to break. It shakes when it goes down and stuff. I retired from, I told you my thing. I retired, so I'll tell you, I retired from roller coasters. There's no need to go up, bro.
If you do the one at California Adventure, it's really smooth. You go upside down, but it's not that scary. Like little kids are on it. It's really smooth. Now Magic Mountain, Six Flags, is a little bit more crazier.
Yeah,
But if you do the Disneyland roller coasters, it's smooth. Like it's so chill. They take your picture at the end. It's cool.
But Guardian of the Galaxy, that's very intense.
Yeah, that drops you.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that takes you all the way up and then drops you down. But they nerfed it a little bit lately. It used to be like, because it would lift you off your seat.
What's nerfed it?
Like they made it more soft. They nerfed it. They made it not as crazy and scary. Somebody must have complained or something, because
I
When
went
we
like
got-
maybe a year and a half ago, and it was
Yeah.
crazy
A year
because
and a
it's
half
not
ago
just a
was good.
straight drop down; it drops you a little bit, and then you think like, okay, but then it takes you
think
back
it's over,
up.
bring you back up. Here's where it throws you up and then drops you. So you are mid-air
Yeah.
for like 3 seconds. 3 seconds is a long time to be off your seat. So you're
Yeah.
just like, you know what I mean?
Why?
All your organs are up. It's crazy. It's cool.
Why?
It's fun. Your adrenaline goes up. You think you're gonna die. I love
Yeah,
it.
but why though? It's like one time I remember the day I retired. I said I'm not going no more roller coasters. It's going up.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. You know what you would like? You would
That
like
part.
Goliath.
No, I wouldn't.
Six Flags. It's more bigger loops. It's way fun. It's a big coaster,
Yeah.
but it doesn't jerk you around. You feel a smooth ride, and
Yeah.
you go really high up, and that's the scary part. But like you're safe.
All
You're
right.
really secured inside the car. It's cool. You wouldn't like X2 because that puts you upside down for a long time.
Right.
You wouldn't like Tatsu because Tatsu you're laying
So
down.
you know all of that stuff, man.
It
Yeah,
feels like
you
you're
know
flying.
every
You feel like you're
roller
gonna
coaster
fly
there was.
out. Yeah, Six Flags is cool. Not even the homegirl I went with wants to go to Six Flags. She's too scared of roller coasters. But Disneyland coasters, they
Like
chill.
Star Wars, like I think
Yeah,
that's
Star
more
Wars.
cool. Like
Yeah,
that's just like a cool experience.
you would like Star Wars.
Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it incorporates a lot aspects of the film, and it's
Yeah.
kind of interactive.
Yeah,
What kind of ride is that? Like Star Wars?
it's almost like a video game.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
okay,
how you
virtual
Talking
reality.
about it's the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
Oh,
You're
okay.
basically flying the ship, so someone handles controlling up and down.
Wait a minute. It's like a big room.
but it's,
It's a
two.
small room.
It's two Star Wars ones because
Yeah.
then the one where like you come down and then the stormtroopers
Yeah,
are standing there.
that's the Rise of the Resistance.
the Rise of the Resistance. Yes, like I think you
Oh,
would
damn,
definitely
that's-
like that.
Yeah, I
You
never
love
did
it.
that.
Peace would love all of
Yeah.
Disneyland. I'm telling you.
I just want to walk around. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
you do that too.
Gigantic turkey leg or something.
Oh, they got the turkey legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
But you got to get them when they fresh come out, otherwise they dry up. You don't
Yeah,
want a dry
yeah,
turkey leg.
Big Flintstone,
Mm.
and I enjoy just looking at all the colors and stuff like
Yeah.
that day. You probably got to do something, but I'll just do it just to be there. You know what I'm saying? I know all the football when they go, welcome to going to Disney World when you win the Super Bowl. So I was like, must be dope.
Yeah. Just chill.
Something I always dreamed about.
Yeah.
Yes, like jumping in the Hershey commercials when they used to swirl around the chocolate.
Oh yeah.
I used to want to jump in that before
I
they
can
put
see
the
that.
nuts in it. I used to
Yeah.
want-
Before the nuts.
Yeah. So you remember that? What was that Nestle Quits? Yeah. And Nestle Quits is white chocolate, right? But back when they used to have that commercial, ooh, I was like, man, I would have died. I was swimming at.
Could only imagine.
Word, no doubt. Oh my God, turkey legs of pork. Don't tell me that, bro.
I don't think turkey legs are pork. Turkey legs are turkey legs.
Show and prove. Show and prove. Show and prove. I did hear something like, I'm not saying I had one, but yeah. You got to show and prove that one. Give us the, what's the name? Oh yeah, Ferris wheel. They could be haunted. Like, amusement park could be scary. You know, Twilight Zones we used to have.
I think carnivals are kind of more.
There you
Carnivals.
go.
Carnivals are more creepy than amusement parks to me.
That's why people are afraid of clowns too, because you see
Yeah.
so many like clown killers and like it's a lot of Halloween stuff attached to it. If you go to like Not Scary Farm and stuff, a lot of their craziest scare people are clowns, and some
Right.
people are just naturally afraid of clowns because of who knows what. But the scariest ones are not the zombies. It's not the ones that look like werewolves. It's them MFing clowns.
Weirdo clown.
That people will be tripping out on, yo. At Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
I went. Did I go last year or the year before? That was great for the first time.
Yeah, it's
that
good.
That was kind of trippy.
Universal Studios, I think, does the best Halloween presentation.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, it's a movie studio, so they got access to all of the movie stuff and the makeup and all of the... They get crazy. But, like, Not Scary Farm's not that bad. If you're trying to save money.
Okay.
Yeah, Knox is cool.
We can save that talk for Halloween.
Yeah.
Nah, man, y'all put me out. Y'all know y'all stuff, man. Y'all know y'all stuff.
I mean, we in California, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Disneyland,
yeah.
all that.
Well, hiking. I don't know why I keep going in and out.
Hiking. When you brought up that, I started thinking, have you ever been to the what is it called? The Halloween hay rides at Griffith Park?
I heard about it. I haven't gone to it.
Oh,
My homegirl did.
you gotta go.
Yeah?
You gotta go.
Halloween at Griffith Park? I know it's Griffith Park.
It have these, what they call hay rides, and it's pretty much like
A train.
you get on where they're like a hay, like what are those like trucks, the back, but they have hay in it?
Yeah.
Like you get on them, so it's a group of people who get on them, and they take you through Griffith Park, and it only starts at like night, so it's already like creepy, and they pretty much have like 2 mazes that they take you to. So at a certain point, like you're going in this hayride through Griffith Park, and for those who aren't aware of what Griffith Park is, it's pretty much like it's this huge park. People hike there, but it's very easy to get lost and stranded, and so you have to get off of the little hayride thing and just start like walking through this maze, and it kind of gives Universal Horror Nights.
Yeah, totally.
But it is pretty creepy, you know.
Wow.
It's pretty creepy. I would highly suggest it.
Check it out. Halloween in Stockton. It's the first time I've seen something like this, man. They might do this somewhere else, but it was just. You about to show this, AD?
Oh, they have
No,
rides in Cleveland.
I'm just
too.
looking around.
Oh wow.
I didn't want to show anything.
Yeah, I saw one that used like people dead skin and stuff like that. It's like a house you walk through. And they got like crazy stuff, like people donate dead foreskins and some crazy stuff. I've never been there, but I heard about it. Like dead bodies, like from 19, like 20 or something like that. Some crazy stuff. Like a freaky house, like this weird lady. She's like plays those songs like I know, here we go. You know what I'm saying?
You should go this year. You should at least go to the hayride.
Come wander with me. Songs like that.
Check it out. It'll be cool.
Yeah, maybe with the pod, that would be a cool trip for the
For the
pod to
Podcraft?
do.
Yeah.
Podcraft.
We're going on field trips.
Yeah.
But
What field? The science field?
It would be cool to rate the different Halloween
Yeah.
thingies.
We could do a whole video on it. It would have to be
Yeah.
something that we don't go live, obviously, but it would be a video that we do for the
Yeah,
The
YouTube
House
channel.
of a Million Mirrors.
that would be cool.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is crazy. It says,
But we'll wait for Halloween.
yeah.
We're still in summertime. We just started summer.
Yeah.
It's like, you haven't heard of Summerween? Like,
What?
yeah, people are like Halloween
about red
decorations
sage.
and stuff are already like getting put out.
People love
No.
Halloween, yo.
They're
So-
starting
like it
now.
too.
Starts
Yeah.
in like the end of June, July.
A little more sexy, man.
Summerween.
What is this? Summerween.
Yeah.
And goblins. Look at this display at Michael's.
Wow, that's crazy.
For the folks who can't wait until October 31st.
Yeah.
Summerween is happening.
One look on social
That's
media
sick.
and you'll see
When does it start?
Summerween really
July
is a
1st.
thing.
That's
Folks are
officially.
decorating their homes.
Damn, that's next Tuesday.
wearing
That
costumes.
starts
The
next
Hello
Tuesday.
Kitty community.
That starts
Oh,
next
no, I saw
Tuesday. I'm good. I want to wait till Halloween for Halloween. I'm trying to enjoy my summer. I want to go to the beach.
Yeah. What beach? Which one?
Venice. It's closer to access to bathrooms.
AD is off the hook. I thought you were going to say OC, you know.
Nah, it's too far.
Yeah. The OC got some good
I used to
beaches.
live in Huntington Beach, so like
Huntington
Beach
Beach,
was fun. You know, U.S. Open and all that.
Laguna?
Laguna's a little far. That's a lot more tropical. That's like romance. That's if you're trying to romance a girl, I'll take her to Laguna.
Yeah, I was.
But Venice Beach is more like, you know, that's a good spot to shoot a music video, do a photo shoot, hot girls, convenient bathrooms, good food, barbecue. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
That's a lot going on.
They always film stuff at Venice Beach.
Yeah.
That's a hot spot.
Yeah. Well, summertime they always have like the performances.
Yeah.
When I'm not on the road, because it's time to get on the road. But I like going to the like concerts. They got Cameo. You know, I like a lot of old school stuff. So Cameo's performing, I think, and Mary Jane Girls, which is one of my favorite groups. And they have like all these old groups from the 70s and stuff like that.
Definitely.
I like those
yeah.
classic.
I was in New York. What was it for what was it? 2 years ago, 2 summers ago for the 50th anniversary of hip hop, and they had so many free concerts in the parks. I went to so many free concerts. That was such a great program that the city of New York put on.
Yo, I'm just reading right now. Eric B. and Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One steals the show with real hip hop. That's legendary. I can't believe I missed that. Rakim and Eric B., Big Daddy Kane, and KRS-One. Were they on the stage together?
Just now?
Yeah, they closed the show and
Oh, is it like Summer Jam or something?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
Rock the Bells.
I saw them. I was gonna say I saw them at. Who did I saw?
I just want a picture of that. Of
Yeah.
them on the stage together. Especially Rakim and Kane.
Yeah.
And KRS-One. Oh, let me see if they was on stage together.
I've seen I saw KRS-One and Slick Rick perform at the wherever that little theater is over at LA Live. I think maybe 6 or 7 years ago.
Was it Slick Rick and Rock and who?
KRS-One. I was trying to get tickets to see Kendrick and they were sold out. But they had signs for KRS-One and Slick Rick, and the tickets were only $10. That was like the best concert one of the best I've ever been to. But I got the bang for my buck, put it that way.
Oh,
$10 to see KRS-One, Slick Rick. It was ridiculous.
You know how I feel about that. Slick Rick, KRS-One. One of my those are the gods right there. Yeah, so yesterday, check it out. I'm sitting up here trying to make some food or whatever, and I end up burning my hand, yo.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Burnt the hell out of my joint.
You okay?
Yeah, it got better.
What was you making?
I was throwing some turkey in it. Word. But maybe I shouldn't have been eating that late anyway. But
I mean,
I'm glad y'all can see it. You see it? Look, it's more shiny than the rest. So,
yeah.
But I'm doing good now. I put some olive vera on it, and it's doing better now. I also, before I came here, I did a live, right, where I juiced in front of everybody. I was juicing a watermelon and watermelon rinds.
Nice.
Yeah, I got to get up on that. So I juiced watermelon rinds too, with the watermelon.
With no vodka.
No vodka. And you know what they told me? They used to tell us that watermelon rinds are bad, throw them away, they make your stomach hurt a little. Come to find out, all the nutrients, most of the nutrients are right in that rind. So I started juicing them. You could pickle them, you could do different things with them.
And it tastes like fine.
Huh?
You felt fine.
Yeah, I felt fine. I did it a couple of days. So before I came here today, the reason why I'm so amped.
Naturally.
So amped, I'm off the hook. I juiced again some watermelon. I said I'm gonna try to do the whole watermelon summer.
With some lemon? You put any lime in there? Lemon?
I sprayed the lemon
on it.
Yeah,
Nice. You gotta put that in there.
Or you spray the lemon on it, that just take it to the next level.
And you stay hydrated for a minute too.
Yeah. It's sour sop. So I tried sour sop too, y'all. So sour sop, they got this thing called sour sop pulp because it's hard to find sour sop. So I got this pulp where I put it in a juicer, and I started doing sour sop juicing along with the, everything red, cranberry, cherries. Ooh, I should have bought my cherries. I had some cherries. And I like them cold. So that's sour sop.
That sounds very refreshing, especially for the summer months. Yeah.
Yeah. Watermelon rules. That's the sour sop plant, a fruit right there. So I started doing that. My sister's doing it, by the way. She's feeling real healthy these days. Her blood pressure is. She's also doing sour sop tea. So she's doing sour sop tea. Shout out to her, Paulette. She's doing sour sop tea. Somebody said pickled watermelon rinds are delicious. That's my next mission is to pickle watermelon rinds.
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Pickled watermelon rind.
Yeah. It looks like it's in the cucumber family, like the rind of a watermelon.
Okay.
Like it could be like a papaya. No, not papaya. What's the green one? What's the green one that's melons?
Yeah.
You doing like honeydew?
Honeydew. There you go. Yeah. Honeydew. Shout out to honeydew. So honeydew, and what's the cantaloupe? Got it. Cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon. So you can start juicing those things for the summer. Not going to do too much hot tea, but still good. I don't know any grandmasters that do hot tea in the summer, but you can make it iced tea. Just put a little ice in it. Do you do watermelon crawl? Shout out to Joseph Roberts. I don't know what watermelon crawl is. Crawl. Let's look it up, AD.
There was a big watermelon festival a few weeks ago in the valley. I was unable to make it, but that seems to be it's starting to be like a big event.
Oh yeah. A watermelon.
It's like some type of watermelon festival.
Yeah.
Like
watermelon.
Yeah, 2 years in a row people have.
Where's the info?
Watermelon.
Oh, that's the French.
What's that?
That's the French pronunciation.
I know. Watermelon crawl.
Oh, wow. Oh, so he took off all those. That's inside the watermelon, right? That's the actual watermelon. Take it back. Yeah, that. You know what that is?
Is that just when you take the little round scooper and you scoop out the little balls?
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? That's crawl.
I thought a watermelon crawl is like a bar crawl, but you're going to different places to eat watermelon. No.
So you eat like that, he's off the hook. If you drink, don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. So what's the watermelon crawl? Scooping it out.
Oh, is that like a contest?
Nah, man.
Where you just put your face in it?
There's rules. I mean, I love watermelon. But there's levels now. There are levels. Like, I'm not gonna be in a contest. Like, that's it.
You gotta put your hands behind your back.
Nah.
And you just go face
Came too far for that watermelon crawl. Nah, but I do love watermelon. I don't care.
It's like bothering for apples, but you just eating watermelon.
Yeah. Somebody said cherries with the pit. Yeah, I got cherries with the pit, yo. Once they start selling no pit cherries, is over. I'm not out of here. I just made some fresh watermelon juice, black seed only, mixed with the pineapple juice and limes. That's right, pineapple. Pineapple was great too. I had pineapple in there too. See, they be showing now what they do, and y'all can break this down. They show us all these commercials, right? With I saw a lot of Instagrams that shows all these fruit with parasites in them. Like they put microscopes. They had that with pineapple, and they show all these little worms and parasites in them. And it's like, it's all over the internet. And I'm like, that's not going to stop me. But you got to watch what they put the pesticides on the outside of the fruit.
Oh, okay.
But that's not going to stop me eating fruit. You know what I'm saying? Right.
Well, I mean, I think if you're that worried about it, because a coworker, there's a way that you can like maybe clean your fruit a little bit better. Because I had a couple Jamaican coworkers years ago who they told me about making juice from pineapple, the actual skin,
yes,
and not the actual meat. But they told me about how like you actually have to soak, like it's you cut it, you cut the skin from the pineapple, and then you soak it in white vinegar or apple cider vinegar for a while. Like if you have time, I try to soak it like maybe an hour or so and rinse it off, but like all the stuff comes off of it. So if there are any little crawly things still on it or any dirt or whatever, it kind of like cleanses it, and then you boil the rinds with ginger and turmeric. I like to put lemon and orange, whatever, whatever, pepper in there, like whatever is your thing. But I think instead, I think a lot of people like to buy their fruit and just eat it immediately, but you could take time to actually soak it. It can clean it. I don't know if it's gonna get rid of all the parasites or whatever they talking about, but it help a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Probably would tell me. I mean, like I like what Chosen Law said. He says everything has parasites in it, even the body. So there's bacteria. There's good bacteria. You gotta know the science how to use it. What's that? 100% always have parasites in it. Well, have the seeds in it. What's that? Fig? Check out figs. Figs, eat figs. There is a 99.9% you're eating fig larvae of this fig bee, wasp larvae.
Oh.
Looks nasty. But where? I wasn't up in the morning. I mean, they you can't get up early enough to get to the fig before the wasps get to it. They call us fig wasp, and they're the only one I know. Solar. They're the only one that can fit their little thing, their little fig, their little wasp making baby incubators up in those figs.
Oh, okay.
And there's 99.9%. You can look it up, AD, right now. That I don't like figs either, though. They said,
wait, what am I pulling up?
Figs.
I don't want to look up figs.
Fig.
Like
put up fig wasp.
Ugh.
Yeah, they up in there. Well, I mean, they gotta have their kids. You know what I mean? They call it fig wasp. See, a lot of y'all gonna stop eating figs now.
I mean, it's nature. We've been here. I feel like
that's tough.
We've gotten too over hygienic. I don't know if you could say too over hygienic, but you know, it's like if you think it's like mankind.
Sterile.
We've been here. Yeah, too sterile. Yeah. And it's just like before all this modern knowledge and technology.
Yeah.
You know.
We use a lot of hand sanitizer nowadays.
Yeah.
It's probably put more poison on you than you actually the germ. And then you know what? Oh, this is a good subject because we became more germophobic during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Did that rhyme? We're more germophobic since COVID, and you know it. Now I know it.
You a poet.
I ain't scared to show it, but no, for real though. But look, during COVID,
yep.
I know people that says, "Man, once I put on that mask, I'm not taking it off."
There's still people wearing the mask to this day.
There's something about breathing in that breath to this day, 24/7.
Yeah, it's not good. You know, for your kids to build up their immune system, you're supposed to just let them play in the dirt. You know that?
Yeah.
Just let your kids play out in the like if you have a farm or something like that.
Yeah.
Let them play with the animals. Let them play with the barnyard. They get out there in the dirt and their body starts building up an immune system. But if your kid's being raised around like Clorox, everything is bleached, there's no access to germs, the body has nothing to learn how to fight itself. So once it actually has the germ, you already know this, Priest.
That's a good point you make it, bro.
Once it actually touches a germ, the immune system's like, what's this? I don't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
And then people get sick, and they get allergies, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
It's so weird how some of the nerdy kids in school will be the ones with the most allergies.
You get scared, man.
Depends how they're raised, you know?
Yeah. It's a lot of phobics going on right now. A lot of stuff that you know we don't get to do because everybody's just they quarantined everybody. So everybody's like quarantined and into their own little world. We talk about it a lot. The hookup culture, this culture, that culture, that culture, this culture. So it's like cut this off, man. Becoming more brain dead. And shout out to my man down the arcade, sleepwalking. He hit me with the song too. I'm gonna hit you back with this. I'm gonna boomerang you back on that one. So a lot of us are sleepwalking now. Open, you know. I watched the movie Twilight Zone, where everybody was ugly, but the pretty one, what we call pretty, was actually the ugly one. The whole world was ugly.
Yeah.
Morphed. I want to say use the word morphed. You know what I'm saying? So everybody had this crazy, and she was the unattractive one. Crazy. So you just look at society today. Somebody said, let's describe it. I love hand sanitizer. The coolness of it, right?
Smells like vodka.
Woo! I know. We don't know what you put on. I just said, man, you know what? No more water. I mean, this is an ill conversation, but water on the face, less so. That's why you should know, all women, they know how to take it. They flossurate, whatever, what you call it? Exfoliate. I say, I'm not putting all these chemicals on my face no more, man. It's like, I do it on my it's water. If you do distilled water, it's even better. Rub stuff off. But my hands, okay, yeah. That's why our hands be looking, all these chemicals, we don't know who creating that. Johnson & Johnson and Jergens. Ocean P. You know, they say that's why the crown won't
dip your
stick.
head into the water like this guy.
Oh yeah, this guy's off the hook, yeah.
You push up, you got the Saratoga water.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's off the hook, man.
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
Yeah, man, what's up with this guy, man? He's still going viral?
You ever do that?
Huh?
You ever put your head in ice water?
Nah, yeah, I just take cold showers is the way to go.
Yeah.
He's actually kind of hilarious because he started to take offense of people who were starting to like make videos kind of mimicking or mocking.
Yeah.
And he actually took offense to it. It's like, what? They have some good mocking videos.
Yeah, exactly. You got him, you got, what's the other dude that used to talk to the women? They used to be
Derek.
Yeah.
Something.
Used to gas up all the women. If anything goes wrong, it's his fault, lady. He the one that's wrong. They got these hustlers, man. They be coming out there. They be talking, and they all want to pride, because it's all to get you and take your money and get you to go. They just be hustling. You know what I'm saying? Just be hustling.
I think he took the Steve Harvey's. Remember he wrote that book, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Woman. And so Derek, I want to call it, it's not Jay, because Derek J is a hairdresser. Whatever his name was, he kind of took that concept and brought it to Facebook or social media.
Yeah.
And ran with it.
Think Like a Man. Steve Harvey did that? He started that?
That was his book. Yeah. Wrote that book.
Yeah, man. And they push all this whole narrative and stuff like that.
Oh, wait, please make this graph.
Who's that? Cam Newton. Let me give you some stuff, man. Let me
That's everybody is a dating expert. It's
exactly. Everyone knows.
It's kind of exhausting.
Exactly. Everyone.
We could do a whole show on that.
Everybody, yeah. Exactly. We definitely could. I would like Solo Jim's in because I want to hear.
Like Generation.
Yeah. I call them the YGs.
Is he
though,
Generation
young
Z? He's not Generation Z, huh?
Nah, he's a little bit before
millennial,
that.
right?
I think it would be a millennial.
I think Solo Jim's a millennial.
Yeah.
Yo, I got friends at work that are Generation Z.
Right.
And I'll say something, and instead of agreeing, they'll say type shit. I'm like, what? Exactly. I was like, yeah, so this song is a crazy song. Like, I play this every time.
Type shit.
And they were like, type shit.
Not type. Type?
Type.
Like, I ain't got no type.
Yeah, they just say type shit.
Wow, that's
It's just
crazy.
their vocabulary now. It's the way the kids talk nowadays. Instead of saying, that's what's up, which is what we would say. We would say, okay, cool, that's what's up. They say type shit.
What's this?
It's weird.
Let me add this science.
They got it from Future.
They knew slang.
Y'all can break it.
Future did a whole
break
song
me down.
called type shit.
This is my opinion. Y'all can break this. Y'all can break me down. Y'all can throw. You can knock this down out of my hand. I think that we had less machinery, more of our brain power, and I think this dumbed them down a lot.
Well,
This caused impatient. Yeah, you might be one of these.
You're right. No, I am.
This caused impatient. It was this lady who broke down. When you look online, it comes right up. So it kind of kills the patient. People don't have patience because anything that you look for, you can just Google it and it come right up.
Yeah.
Come right up. You don't have to search though. It comes right to you. So when you're inside of a bank or anything that requires for you to wait, people losing patience because
100.
they used to everything being fast.
Yeah.
Well, what amazes me is how many young people, even old people, who don't use Google.
Yeah.
Because if you recall, growing up in the 90s, if you wanted to know something, you literally had to go to either if you were had a little bit of money, you had a set of encyclopedia at home. Where you can kind of look in and maybe look for a particular subject matter and get a little information, or you had to go to the library, you know, and then even when you had to go to the library, you had to know how to use the little, what was it called? The little library catalog thing, navigate
the Dewey Decimal System.
And so, but I'm just always so shocked that people, they ask questions where you can easily Google. And it's like, you have a computer in your hand.
Right.
Google it.
Right.
And people don't do that.
Yeah. Now it's ChatGPT. People are using ChatGPT instead of Google.
Yes.
Like, why am I going to Google it when I could just say, hey, how do I get from, what's the quickest way to Sesame Street?
Yeah. It's quick. It's quick access. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's different from 2 blocks down there and then make a left. You know what I'm saying? They going right. It's just quick when you got wave and you got the satellite helping you out all the time. Yeah. But if you take it away, then what? Exactly. Your navigating skills. Your phone, we scared of. I only got 8%. That red line, I can make that a logo. You know what I'm saying? That red line or the rainbow turning, you don't want to see that on your computer. You're like, oh, God. It's a sign of damn. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
You gonna make me wait?
Yeah, it's like the word end, E-N-D.
Coming from retail, my days in retail, have any of you guys ever been in a store where the cash registers went down and then the cashier, did not know how, to count back change? Wow. Or if, heaven forbid, you had to sometimes, I used to work in Sears years ago, and whatever reason, sometimes the whole cash register system would go down and you would have to manually do those receipt slips.
Yeah.
And some people without a calculator, they would be scrambling for where's the calculator? Where's the calculator? You know what I'm saying?
They gotta use their phone calculator.
But this is, the thing, since 2000, so every phone didn't have, I don't think phones had calculators on there, People
still had the Blackberries back then.
So people were to have to do that addition in your head or even on a piece of paper.
That's when those math
people were lost.
Should have paid attention in algebra.
People were lost. Everyone's scrambling, trying to share one calculator. That's very sad, True.
Exactly.
Or if you give someone, change and they don't know, if they can't subtract it or, whatever, they don't know, what to do, If your change is $19.76 and you know what I'm saying, you don't want that change, they don't know what to do.
Yeah, we got the POS systems.
POS, what that stand for?
Point of sale systems.
Yeah.
But when they go down, they call them piece of shit systems.
Yeah.
I went to cars. What was it? Taco Bell.
Talking about fast food?
Yeah, fast food. You go in any fast food. You can do this for a test yourself. So. Go to a fast restaurant, right? That serves, I don't know, chicken, whatever. Chicken.
Like Popeyes?
Popeyes. Number 1, number 2. And just don't order up there.
Yeah.
And you'll see chaos. And just go, can I get a spicy chicken sandwich and fries?
They're gonna be like, you want the meal or by itself?
Exactly. Train. If it's not on that, it's like they dumb them down because they believe, listen, this is just number 1, this is number 2. Category, compartment.
It's easier for their buttons.
Exactly. So it's like this.
Number 1.
You want just a burger? That's not here.
Yeah.
What's that? You know what I mean? So it's like it throws them all off. Before, back in the days, you could go in there and order whatever you wanted.
Yeah.
And the person had to be on point. Okay, I got that. I got it. You had the waiter or the waitress or take things down.
Be able to customize.
I heard you. Heard that. Caught that. Fast. But everything now. And some ways it's good being faster, but in a lot of ways it's like, especially if you was born and never having that option to be able to think. You played the one with the kids went outside and didn't know what to do? Put millennials going outside to play.
Oh, and they don't know how to play.
Yeah,
I've
the dude
seen-
just
I've
dancing in
seen
front of the
videos
tree.
like that.
One dude's looking at the tree, and then one cat just like, they didn't know what to do outside with nature. When nature
We used to
teaches you.
fun. Yeah, we used to have so much fun
Not
outside,
that.
climbing the trees,
Yeah.
walking on the walls.
Yeah.
I remember when it rained, I used to love going outside to take little pieces of branch and race it
Oh.
down in the little water stream going down the side of the street.
Ooh, she on
Wee, that
point.
was fun.
Boy. Talking about the little, we used to get the straws and we race, yeah.
Yeah.
With the rivers go. Where was that at?
We used to find
Was that
stuff
New York,
to
or-
do. That was in California. Like
Oh, okay.
every now, that's what it
We
didn't
got
rain
Johnny
that
Park.
much. So
Yeah.
like when it rained, that was like an ordeal. Put on your little raincoat.
Yeah, we were more in tune with the atmosphere. Tune. Hunter-gatherers, farmers. That was always
Because we went outside.
We go too deep. Huh?
Because we went outside. Like, I remember going out and going on my bike. Like,
Yeah.
riding my
Yeah.
bike was the coolest
Skates.
thing.
What?
I love it. And smelling
Yeah, there's a top.
smelling the brand new tires from a brand new bike.
Yeah.
Like, that did something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
brand new
Yeah.
tires on my new BMX.
Yeah.
And that was just nice to ride your bike. You know what I mean? But nowadays, it's like that Xbox.
Yeah. They put it in
That
there, man. You
PlayStation.
can't get out. You can't run. You can't hide. Sleepwalking. Shout out to my man Johnny Arcade. Sleepwalking, man. Sleepwalking. And Crown Lows too. Shout out to Ty Phoenix. Crown Lows.
Ty Phoenix.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Crown, you got a crown low now. It's like we can't just use our own heads. So we gotta use, so if you ain't using your own, somebody else is using it. You know what I'm saying? So if we do it, we gotta call it crown loads. Cause I guess if we take, and she coined it, but if you take power, because words is power, if you take control of yourself, then you'll be more in control of your situations. And your destiny. Hard to control the fate, where the fate lies, but your destination lies within you. You know, the journey, when you go and find the master, and you go to the forest to get the answers, you have to go to nature. So the master actually plays the part of nature itself. So you in there to get the answers. And it tells you it's within you. You can search wherever you is because you part of all of that. It comes back. I just felt like I just zoomed out for a minute, zoned out.
But you're crown loading right now too.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever every time
The
you write
se-
your music, every time you write lyrics, you're crown loading.
Man, I can't wait for this to come out. Man, I can't wait.
I can tell you're like it
Rex's too.
hits you a lot.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's the stuff that me and Purpose got, the stuff that me and Fourth Disciple got, and I just kicked it with True Master. We're gonna do a part 2, and Jordan. Shout out to Jordan Rivers from God's Wrath. We got the Winter Cafe. And these are songs that we already had that we did for a long time, and I forget about them. You know what I mean? You know they still there, but that's why everything is done with a team. Teams are very important.
You got a good team.
Yeah, I learned that the team is everything. Put the team together. You have Dave Flores. He has and even when you're not working the team, you got the machine going. So you might be doing something here, and this is function. I'm gonna do a course because I want y'all to, man, please come on to my Podcraft. To my Patreon.
Yeah.
Because I'm talking now, and I'm a little bit more on hands-on. I did one yesterday. If y'all check it out, could they check it out? No, just what is for the tears. That when I did one on going to a tea ceremony house.
Oh yeah, that was for the Frontier. I think Tears of Joy.
Yeah, the tears of joy. So I walked inside of this major tea spot out here in California, and It was crazy. Put it that way. And oh man, they had everything at the tables with the dragons on it. And you sit there, you drink the tea, and the lady talk to you. Yay, these right here is real good tea, and I'm glad you're waking up. It's masters.
Or it's very like interesting how it's broken down in the video, the different types of tea, you know, and they're so expensive. Like there are certain teas that are, they're like what, like $300. How do they?
I'm not saying buy cocaine. Well, look, I said no. It's expensive, like cocaine.
Yeah.
It's expensive. I mean, it's an herb, right? Are we talking?
Yeah.
Well, you know, we got weed. We can say that. But what you were saying?
No, but it's just the different types, the potency of them. Just like, you know, I'm used to the regular, like a Lipton tea. You know, I'm not sophisticated with tea at all. Right. So, you know, I'm used to like the $10 Lipton tea box. And they're selling it by what, $300 a pound or something?
Yes. So it's like
ooh.
$3.99. And you'll find out that other herbs that are expensive that we use as garnish. So it's not just the tea. The tea is very expensive when you start drinking loose tea. Shout out to my sister once again. She started opening up a little bit to loose tea, and I want to show you some of her loose tea things. But also, saffron is like one of the most expensive leaf flowers.
Expensivest.
Expensivest. Yeah. So saffron, all of these things, all these flowers, if you look up saffron, is probably even more expensive than tea. You can use, and they use saffron like just for rice, but it's just because it's one little strip that they get from the flower. So you got to pay for that labor. If you can get your hands on some, I know a couple of things. You know, I do my connoisseur things. Like if you do sushi, if you get yourself your hands on bluefin tuna, you're in another realm. You're not just at a sushi spot. You have now walked into the oyster of sushi. Bluefin tuna, very expensive, but very tasty. It's like Wagyu. Okay. So if you eat beef and you go Wagyu, the Japanese and look, all the Japanese, they know because they take time to do their things. And we need to start taking back time to do things that we do. Put love into the things we do. Now, you can play the music, but we do need to put love in the little things we do. I mean, I know a guy who grew weed, and his was the stickiest weed I ever touched. The cones, AD, was dripping. The heads, the cones, the trisilicone, what is it called?
Terpentines?
The terpentines, but what is it?
Trichomes.
Trichomes, yeah, triglyceride. Yeah, it was almost like honey.
Yeah.
So, the THC, what's the T? T stands for what? THC.
Tetrahydrocannabinol.
It was that, yeah. So it was dripping that. And if you touch it, your hands glued to it.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, how you do that, man? He said, yo, I just feed it with a little love.
Yeah, so now it's too damn strong.
Huh?
Weed is ridiculously strong now. They put
Frankenstein weed.
They put something in now.
You smoke. Go ahead. Because you smoke weed.
I used to smoke a lot, remember?
Yeah.
But now it's like, it's so strong. It's not that when you're on it that it's crazy, because when you're on it, you get pretty lit. But the next day, it's when you recover from it.
Right.
That's when you feel like more of a psychosis. That's when the anxiety kicks in, because your body's like, yo, that was so strong, we need to go back to that.
Right.
If you go 2 days in a row, then the day 3 is tough. If you go 3 days in a row, day 4 and 5 are tough. So you almost have to keep smoking just to stay regular and feel normal. That's how strong it is.
And that ain't right.
It's like coffee. You know how you drink a lot of coffee? You have to drink every day now.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
not me. I'll break the curse. I'll break that curse.
Same thing.
Coffee bean don't have me. let me loose, Coffee Bean.
Either way, you know what I mean?
No, but I know the
you get
addictive
hooked.
nature of it, because once you get it, is the addictive of the chemicals. I need to connect with that to connect into this dopamine high.
Well, there's two addictions. There's the body addiction to where it feels like it needs it, and then there's the dopamine addiction that we all know are familiar with. You know what I mean?
Stronger.
The dopamine one is pretty strong, but when you're biologically, like your body stops producing certain chemicals because it's so used to the weed.
Right.
Like it'll be so used to the dopamine and serotonin and all the oxytocin from like cannabis that your body's like, well, you good. I'm not gonna make it anymore because you obviously are smoking this stuff every day. So I'm just not gonna make it. So what happens is when you stop taking it, your body's like, uh-oh, where's your weed? I'm not making you chemicals like that anymore because you're gonna be smoking anyway.
Right.
Your body has an attitude, and it'll say, you know, I'm not making you those chemicals because you a pothead.
Right.
So you're not gonna smoke today. Guess what? Now you feel crazy. Now you're out of your damn mind because your cortisol is going crazy and you go through a cycle. So until your body starts making it again, it's so crazy how smart the body is. It's a separate mind, a separate brain, and it'll get used to whatever you feed it.
Yeah, that's why those kids when they starve themselves, when they start, they get the fat bellies. The body just knows to store the fat to eat off itself. You actually have to trick the body to lose weight. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100% true.
His body starts eating itself.
You're talking about metabolic adaptation.
Yeah, there you go.
The body starts realizing you're not eating much. So now it only needs a certain amount of calories.
With these big words, come on.
Priest, I study this stuff. I follow geniuses online. This is not me. I'm just regurgitating what I learned.
Right.
But I follow these people online with nutrition coaches and stuff like that.
Right.
So if you eat low calories a long time, your body gets used to that. It adapts to eating lower calories. And now it just puts you. You know how your phone gets low on battery, and it's like, do you want to go in low battery mode?
Exactly.
So the same thing. If you go on low calories, your body goes on low battery mode, and now it's using less resources, and you're not running at 100%.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you're getting those low calories. So it's the same thing as low battery mode on your phone.
Right.
Your body can do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy, right?
That's why. Yeah, exactly. That's what the crown loads. So I said it. So now think of the app that's in the body. So this, the body and the apps you get new type of apps. You have to upgrade every now and then. You have to upgrade. You have to upgrade your mind. You have to upgrade your thoughts. You have to upgrade those things and get the new app that's out, not the way you were thinking like before.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just like this is the black mirror, like the black screen. We talked about that. So yeah, we're definitely like the phones in the cars. And we move on. That's what it's about. It's about growth. At the end of the day, we have to look at that and say, okay, we have to change or get this new system going. We got to be able to adapt or get the new app that can work. You know what I mean?
Adapt or get the new app.
I did rhyme, right? Kanye said he wanted a blonde dyke. The con, Mike. All right. Yeah, David J. Blazers in the building. Thank you for coming through, David J. Was good with you. Shout out to Carlos. I'm going to give a little shout out before we get out of here.
Shout out to Surfer Dude. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. He said, maintain calories, carb intake, and burn them by exercising. Yep.
There you go. The machine is starting to work.
That's how you get your metabolism back going. And he definitely knows what's up because he's a surfer.
Yeah.
And surfers, like, they really use up a lot of energy when they're surfing.
Well, it is the sun. Once you're near water, water changes everything.
Yeah.
The balance of nature, that was in all the stories. I was like, that's the whole life and period. The farmer and vegetation. No, the shepherd and the vegetation. For one goes to vegetation to do that, and then a hunter-gatherer, farmer to learn how to farm. That's the story of Cain and Abel. In the ancient world, it was always about what's going to rule the world. Well, how do we do this? How do we cultivate in society? Farming? Remember, it was accepted, but not the shepherd, the mobile guy, the guy that goes out there, kill with the blood. But in the other stories, hey, you can look it up yourself. Other stories, Let me say this quick. Let me look into the camera because people go. In other stories, Kane. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane too. Kane was accepted. You never hear those, huh? Yeah, those. The other stories, veggies was accepted, and then other coaches that told similar stories. The other cat was accepted because that was a balance of nature. Then, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do we farm? Do we do this? So it's a balance of everything. If there's a yin, there's a yang. You know, we're gonna figure out the jewels. We just gotta have the right tools to look for it. Some jewels take certain tools to get. I can knock this down, but to get to that daggone ruby, you need a certain type of tool that breaks through this type of element to get to that type of rock. You ain't gonna do it with just a shovel.
Priest is actually 100% correct. I just fact checked what he said, and it's true. It says Cain, in Gnostic traditions, Cain is seen as the spiritual rebel, someone who acts out a divine impulse rather than blind obedience. So they actually reverse the polarity in Gnostic and mystical readings. Priest is 100%.
Come on.
Not that I doubted you.
But that's what it is. I love when you have to go research, do the fact check and stuff like that. The people were real. There were societies. There's things you have to go deeper into and look at certain things. There's a balance to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll tell you the angel of light. You know what I'm saying? They even tell you in Christianity, and not just knock on Christianity because I respect all religions. You know what I'm saying? Respect. They tell you that, Satan is an angel of light. They have a good story, and then the story of the falling off, then the hero journey. So like Batman and Robin, but then there's everybody who starts off right. You can get this from the Kung Fu Masters or some of the chapters that I've seen in some of the movies. I'm like, damn. So the hero's journey is just like the student journey. The student has to revenge the master's death. Sometimes something the master did because he had somebody on his level, or he had some type of problem that he never told a student about until the guy who's supposed to be the villain come and kick his behind for that second, because the master, I was like, why is the master getting beat down? What didn't he teach? But he gonna teach the student. He gotta revenge him. What did he know that the other guy that no one know, Ghostface Killah? Shout out to Ghost. But I'm gonna tell you the story of Ghostface. He was probably one of the best villains. Ruthless. He did the 5 elements. He knew all of them. Knew all of them. His favorite was the wood technique. Shout out to 60 Sec. We talked about these things. Once he go into the wood technique, it's a wrap. He coming to kill. He coming to take you out. But what took him out was something that wasn't in the books. The student had to learn what the teacher taught him and go a little further than the teacher. And that's what it says. It's like, well, I can't go and beat this. He just beat my teacher up bad. I know somebody who teacher got knocked out. He was a boxer. How's he your teacher? He got knocked out by somebody that came. But they are peers.
Sometimes those that teach, those are the ones. What do they say? Like the ones who can do, the ones who can't teach. So,
right. Say it again.
It's those who can do, the ones who can't teach. So sometimes.
So slow that down. Those who can do.
Yeah.
Are the ones who teach.
No. Those who can do.
They do it.
Those who can't teach.
If you notice, there's a lot of coaches, especially when you look in sports.
Hold up.
They don't. a lot of coaches in different whatever sport that you can choose. They were never actually like either. They didn't like actually play the sport, or they weren't that good, but they just understand the game as a whole, and they're good at like motivating and coaching and drawing up strategy and that sort of thing. But they aren't.
Once
great.
I heard that phrase, I stopped giving piano lessons.
Wow.
Guys, like, I don't want to teach. I want to do.
Jewel is all through it, man.
Yeah.
It's all through it. If you pin through it, that was a beautiful jewel. Sister 17, Code 17. That was a beautiful jewel. But see, I didn't hear that. I didn't even hear that. But see, it's like when we building this jewels all through it's the buffet. So we start. Yeah, one person is cooking doesn't mean that none of the other food is prepared. It's a house where all the food is prepared. So I just ate some of that. That was good. This is food for thought. So I'm getting a neutral boost up, and I'm like, whoa, Dad. So what can I bring to the? You know what they say? What have you brought to the table? What table? Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. See, we all there. We understand this is a feast going on. People on the outside might understand what they're building on. And how they actually, no, we say we build it, but you can't see it because doesn't mean that you can't see it, it doesn't exist. Mm-hmm. We're getting filled with mental food. Like what you just said, I took a piece, AD took it and they explained it to me, the priest, this has ingredients in it. You're not just eating it. This has ingredients. The ingredients is the jewelers look at the teacher and the student. Look at it from this way. No, I said, oh, wow. I see. Because sometimes the student could be teaching. A wise teacher would sit in a class and let the student teach.
It's very commonly
you can't catch them.
It's shown in examples where you see the teacher is disabled, or the mentor is old, very old, or like the main teacher is like, he hurt himself, so he's teaching his apprentice.
Yeah.
We see those in certain karate movies, and sometimes.
Oh yeah, this is what I'm saying. If I that event, his homeboy was sitting in a pot of herbs, he was done. All he could do is say, "Yo, listen, when you see them, if they're evil, kill them. But let me tell you about them." He said, "Let me tell you about each of them as attributes." He had to he told them in that moment, he had to get it all out. And what homeboy do? It was so brilliant because I didn't even know that he taught him on all of this stuff. I thought he was just telling them. He said, "Now they won't reveal who they are." But because who did work? The only ones who really did work is number 1 and 2. Nobody else did. That was the snake and the centipede that was doing damage. Damage control had to come and regulate. Who was that? The only one, Toad. And look what happened to him. He went and arrested the centipede. We got to build on this, Resin. Will we see each other again? Great show, by the way. Great show. The Toad went out and arrested the centipede. He caught number 1. Why? Because he was a clown. And he's better to go get number 2. But they had to sneak him. You know what I mean? Yeah, you said the right word. Workmanship. But I like that, Jew, you said. That was very good. I want to take that and reverse the role. I was like, wait a minute. I want to hear the master's story.
Yeah.
But he's always telling his story and it's always, well, yeah, this is what happened. Years ago, he's like, you done. Because you did some stuff that I didn't even know that was going down. Now you got this cat, I'm gonna have to, what? You did what? What? Yeah, he was the one that had this other style. You know what I'm saying? 3 evil masters. There was 3 of them. They said 7 deadly sins. 3 evil masters. You gotta watch some Kung Fu flicks tonight, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Solar Facts. I see you in there, bro. It was said, climb on walls like number 4 to listen, Jay Blaze. Shout out to you, my brother. Yeah. Jay Blaze know what time it is. davidjblazer. Aurora, a few other things. Envy, corrupt, and seek to slander. Envy, corrupt, and seek to slander. Yeah, man, y'all gotta go study those books. You gotta go study those books, Jay. That's that's the reason why we talk about that now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put it together, my brother. Yeah, you gotta put it together. Before the master go, don't tell you. They always had to tell him, man. It's telling you. That part on the flicks always tripped me out. I'm with Godzilla. You know? Yeah, so that's where we at. Anybody want to add on? I mean, I ain't gonna be doing all this myself. Yo, shout out to you said Jay's codependency is an illness. Well, they teach you that in some of the because what the Buddha said, just be. Common sense came out there and said just be, right? Mm-hmm. So the Buddha, he just be. There was a joke that he just said, man, look, everything that's gonna happen is gonna happen anyway. Just be what it is. So all the sages said something. We just take pieces of them. So that's why I'm taking. I'm having a ball at the feast right now. That's it. I'm done. I'm done talking. My brother, I can't. Somebody say, "No, keep going, brother."
You gave us a lot of nuggets to talk about. I mean, I didn't talk about it, just to think about. You know?
Yeah, and whole.
Like I said, for me, like it just makes me like one of my favorite recent books that I started studying was The Alchemist. 'Cause I just kept hearing people talk about it a lot, and I was like, you know, let me just read this for myself. This is a few years back, but it's, you know, just follows this shepherd who pretty much is he's going on this what do you call it? He's going on this trek, and he's pretty much trying to, like, I guess, find out like what's his I guess he's trying to just figure out like what's his destiny, what's his personal destiny. There's something about finding, I think, like your personal legend or something like that, but he just has all these like trials that he has to like go through to kind of like define himself and kind of like understand, you know, just the meaning of life for himself, you know. And he thinks that if he, you know, ascertains this particular thing, you know, that's what makes him that's what fulfills him. And I don't know, I just think it's just a good like way to assess like your personal, it's just something like we all have like our own personal journey. How you saying like comments like be, like what does that mean to like be, and then just be like content, you know, having like contentment. So to me, that's what I take, like when you say that statement be, is just like learning how to be like content with yourself. Oh.
And it's, yeah. And it's in a stillness. In my solitude.
In the still of the night.
Yeah. Yeah. Who did that song?
I forgot.
Who did Solitude? What's the name? Etta James. Well, in my solitude.
The Five Satins.
5 Satins. In the stillness of the night. Check that out. Yeah.
Song.
In my solitude. It's the girl, you know.
It was a group.
No, it was one lady. She was a lady that did
yeah, that's why I think I'm
the drugs.
That's something else.
Yeah, like the first Erykah Badu. In my solitude. And the music just be.
Something Billy, was it Billie Holiday?
There you go.
Okay.
Both of you right. In the stillness of the night. and in my solitude. This is a knowledge born build. You know what I'm saying? You can take something like in the stillness and you can have solitary, but the fine piece now, it's a mission on its own. Nina Simone did the remix, I believe.
Okay, Nina.
I know she did the remix. She had to.
Oh.
I don't think she did Solitude, but that was a great one, Dave Flores, because she embodies a lot of that ancestor. Yeah, she was the embodiment, and I think she is an ancestor of that. But Billie Holiday, 7 Elements.
You missing the comments. I try to keep up with them.
Yeah.
With the chat.
Jacob Esau with twins. That's the realm, bro. When you see Jacob and Esau, you seeing Cain and Abel, you seeing farmers and shepherds, you seeing division and how to run a land. And it was always split up in that elements. It wasn't even seen, and people don't even understand. You seeing yin, yang, greenery. Man, start to travel. Now, I got some cats that's going to come on here and build on that. It's going to be good. For real. Yeah. Those were stories that was, the mythos back then meant a lot. And everybody was familiar with it. So you wouldn't throw a person off if you talk about Thanos. It's just like knowing the comic book world. Like if I said Batman, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. You already know the story, and there's a background, there's a whole big thing on it. And I didn't even bring up Bruce Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, think
about it. It runs deep. But it was a tragic beginning, but how many of us had that tragic life as a child, going through it? Mm-hmm. Going through stuff that a child shouldn't see. It's hard to unseen once you see it, or try to hear. And some of them didn't see it until later in life, but we all in the trick bag. It helped us to become more stronger. The destination, the operation, and the dragonfly, and the cocoon of the butterfly. We talk about changing and to become a better of ourselves, but we can't see it when it's happening. You know what I mean? When we first going through it, hard to step outside of yourself and look at you. You know, somebody call that a split personality, but then yogis will be able to split, not called crazy. You can have two sides of the coin. They can split and say, wow, I'm looking at it from this end, but they're not called crazy because they're the teachers at that moment. But they got the right atonement set up. They got the fire and the believers, because the teacher appears when the believers are there. Then once you got the believers, if they don't believe in you, then what? It makes it more strong, but I'm not here to teach. It's not my job. My job is just to build. We all build together, because I learn I can hear from your quietness, just like we all do. It's when you don't. I told you the movie is more deeper when there's no dialogue. The silence is when you start putting the movie together. Like, oh damn, this the drive. And the soundtrack. That's why I like to watch a lot of old flicks. Mm-hmm. With dialogue, and then there's no dialogue.
Dialogue.
Yeah. That's it.
That's what's up.
As you were saying. All right, man. We just building the day.
Submit those song promotion tracks.
Yeah, submit those song promotions. Yeah, man. Thank you, 661. He said, congratulations to us on the 90 mark. 90K. Came a long way, bro.
Long way to 90K.
I know. It's been a journey.
Get to that 100.
Yeah.
Hey,
How they coming? Yeah. And this too shall pass.
Man. You have over 1,000 videos.
This too shall. Yeah. I mean,
wow.
90,000 subscribers.
PIW. Is that pew? Pew. PIW is putting in work. Putting in that work. And thank y'all so much. Maybe when we get to 100, we have some type of celebration. Definitely.
You have to have a little party.
But then I got to be like Patrick Mahomes. Not last year though, but Patrick Mahomes was like, no matter what, it's not done yet, because the job is not done. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was celebrating, and the Eagles sitting up there like this. What they celebrate for? The biggest game is yet to be played. But you're like, oh man, the Eagles is just like this. As soon as they call hike, we're gonna sack him and we're gonna destroy. And then the Eagles said, now we celebrate at the right time. And then, you know, everybody has a time. Like OKC had his time, and the Knicks. Let me look at the camera. That's because, you know, coming from LA, you was everybody hoped that the Knicks would do it. And me, I was like, is it going to happen, or are they going to turn back into the Knicks?
I think it's good you get to celebrate benchmarks, but still keep your eye focused on the major, you know, the big picture.
What the draft?
Huh?
Keep your mind focused on the draft. Oh, you talking about the freshman out of what's the name? Coming from Clemson? Oh, he was a first round pick.
No, I mean, what were the Knicks? They were celebrating what? That they had never been to that particular moment. I mean, that's a benchmark. So it's like, you know, they had a little bit further than where they've been able to go for the past 30, 40 years.
Yeah, but when that train go back though, because this is it. We headed back. You gotta get back on the other. I don't celebrate the. That was good. That's nature. That's good. But yo, man, come on. And I always said, because growing up, I was like, man, I never seen it happen. Don't mean it could.
Yeah.
OKC, they didn't see anything in a long time, and they finally seen it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It took them 7 to do it.
I just learned just personally, sometimes like you kind of beat yourself up because you're working so hard to, you know, attain just certain goals or benchmarks, and you lose sight of all the things that you have accomplished or all of the roadblocks that you have been able to overcome or endure. And then sometimes you do have to just kind of do, you know, just take a step back and be like, no, you know what? Like, I do gotta give myself a pat on the back, or just acknowledgement that you have, that you're making, you know, steps or movements in the right
direction.
Manner. Yeah. Because who knows when you're gonna get to that ultimate, you know, thing.
Goal.
You know,
conclusion.
So I think you know.
Nah, I agree with you. You gotta landmark those areas. You know, it's like, and you set a mark, and then you set a goal to get past it. Next year we're gonna be even greater. But you always gotta remember. Look into the camera. You gotta remember that, you know, the poser, your adversary, or the person who's in your competition. Somebody said the competition is there to go for the same goal.
Yeah.
If you go in there and celebrating too early, like the Atlanta Falcons did during that Super Bowl when Tom Brady said, hold on. Let's get to overtime, and then we'll decide there. And Atlanta was like, yeah, okay, man, let's go to overtime with Tom Brady. We just gonna talk to him in overtime and it'll be good. They went into overtime and Tom Brady never looked at him and talked to him again. He just threw he marched out of the field and was like, you stupid. It was like a Twilight Zone. Yeah. Like, oh shit, I thought you was cool. And said, come to Tom Brady said, come with me to overtime and we'll talk it over there. They stupid and they went for it. Tom Brady was a killer, man. I'm not gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this probably don't do too much celebration mid-game. That's always,
Yeah.
It's like you know, in basketball, it's like, okay, you made a shot, but now the other side already got the ball, and they halfway down the court, back the other way. You can't get caught up like that.
Jordan was ruthless with it. Jordan, man, Jordan never even seen a game 6. He's like, I have to do it. Hey, Kobe too. I gotta give Kobe was a straight killer. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant ain't playing. It came down to it.
Laser focus, yeah.
Yeah, laser focus.
Someone asked an interesting question in the chat. They're like, not to change the subject, they wanted to know what was your favorite movie. I think someone asked that. I thought it was interesting.
That takes time. I can't just.
I'm not good at favorites either. Favorite film.
That'll take time, man. That's like your favorite meal. Like, there's different reasons. There are good movies, there are great movies, there are terrible movies. I gotta. It's not
they're
one
so
answer.
terrible, they're good.
Yeah. I see movies as different type of ideas and stuff. Well, anyway, let's get ready to get up out of here, man. Let's get AD. Let's get to the music.
Let's go.
Okay.
You got it.
Thorn Promotions. You send in your music, we play it live. With a show for Killah Priest and the world to hear.
Get hurt. I know, that's the thing. I know. That's the problem. Steph Curry wouldn't have got hurt, they would have been champions. You can say anything. Yeah. I know, it's the way it goes, man. It's just weird. Call it the basketball gods and football gods.
Longevity.
Yeah. Mamba mentality, that's right. Shout out to Aurora borealis. So, all right, let's go, AD.
All right, our first submission is by an artist named Casino Arcade, featuring Royal. Featuring Royal Billy Bros from Cleveland, Indiana. All right.
Starting getting the Black Mirror too.
Blowing a stick of lotus leaf. In order for my soul to be cleansed, I had to ascend. The lower theory of men is take it on the chin. Yeah. Losers never lose and winners never win. And if it don't make sense to you yet again, it's feather and fin. A fair weather friend, worse than the character's grin. Apples don't fall too far from the tree, so I stare at the limbs. Not a care in the wind, go it like stoic and zen. I don't break, I might bend. Hope I don't blow it again. This is a vocalist hymn. Smoking, I'm choking again. Soaking the sofa, Harley and Joker, the joke is on them. Living the dream, when I be slipping the seam, keeping some heat in the seam. Niggas is cold, niggas don't live by the code. Here go the end of the road, she on my dick. I know that life was a bitch, hit it and let it explode. Next episode, she wanna do a menage, she wanna hit a hurrah, smacking that ass. That's what I call an applause. I'ma just fall in this broad, enough about hoes. All of these bitches is hoes, digging for silver and gold. 1 and a 2, feel like I'm running a zoo. Bars on this all out of view, all but a few. Falling a few good men, most of them niggas ain't friends. Give me my zen, give me my flowers then. Get the fuck out of my face, I'm out of place. Fuck it, I'm out of space. Rabbit run out of space. Ooh. I'm off my rocker, John Rocker. Ain't no TikToker, plain clothes bitch knocker. Raincoat shit sloppy, Range Rover drip icing. Break code not likely, straight gon' pop nightly. I'm still on G shit. Ain't no more G's left, not even Gucci print. They tired, they need rest. 50 Cent Lucy Cigs, niggas and sand niggas, killers and gram dealers. That's just the land in us. Lot of new era caps, new era cap pillars. Lou Gehrig's that's iller like Percy with Mac Miller. Hershey and crack killed her. Shout out to Primo. Throw back the 8 balls. Shout out to Primrose. Riding these rims rolls. Hybrid to Benz rolls. Crazy hydraulic, ironic how I just bend those. Corners for quarters in order to meet some foreigners so they can afford us. These felonious orders, the loneliest monk shit, better known as post-bop. Blow jazz and have a drag all over the smoke shop. Vito Genovese, M.O.B. is beastie. Any nigga that sees me better know he can't cease me. Shaking the hanks off, they have Quavo, let's take off. Bullet this pigskin, one down like I'm Jacob. Swing this bitch like I play golf.
Girl, how could you be so cold? You know I love you so. You broke my heart and now you're gone. Why I wanna know? I look for you when I come in, but you're next door.
That's how you set it off, yo.
That was hard.
Yo.
That was Casino Arcade featuring Royal Billy Bros.
Okay.
The song was called Lou.
Where they from?
Cleveland, Indiana.
Cleveland, Indiana.
Okay. I was getting the like Chicago flavor, so it was that Midwest flavor that I was getting. But it was dope. I was thinking like, alright, if y'all know, I'll be writing my notes in my phone. But the sound, I love the sound. It had that like 70s soul to it. It was very reminiscent of like the old Kanye West beats. You know, that's when I started thinking Chicago. So okay, like yeah, it was that Midwest kind of feel to it, whatever. But the very good flow, very lyrical, I thought. It was a lot of like clever wordplay. There ain't no more G's left. What was it? Not even Gucci print. I was like, you know, always
bars.
Yeah, like always, just love, you know, just lyrical, like a lot of clever wordplay. So yeah, I liked it.
Crazy. AD.
Yeah, I like it. It's good, clean flow. I like the quality of the track. I don't have anything critical against the mix or anything, so I thought that was cool. I like that style of beat too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think Code 17 hit it right on the nail. You too. It's like when you got an MC with that type of caliber who's rhyming with House Money. It was rhyming very lucid. He sounds like he's been doing this for a minute. He sounds like he knows he knows. He's not concentrating to hit a punchline. He's just swinging it. No pause, but he going through it, and that's a song where that's a Spittatron song. So he's just spitting on it, letting on dope, and you killed it with the. I can see the Kanye, but that type of beat gives you air to like look, and I like the nonchalant style.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
that was dope.
They're from Cleveland. Go ahead, Cleveland.
Shout out to Mood, and my man Mainflow.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Next up, we've got a submission from davidjblazer. And let's see, this one is from the 777 Kings from the LA Harbor area. The song is called Calvary is on the Move, Divine State, aka Cali Blazends. All right. Got Yahe on the beat.
Is that oh, that's what play PA?
Yes, sir.
This rhythm is scientific. Complex verbals and cursive to be decoded in centuries like hieroglyphics. Medicine man applying mysticism, but I ain't a mystic. Just a fly chemist experimenting. I never left you on a bad note. Peep the bubbling beaker. This ain't a trench, it's a lab coat. Pardon self with the chemicals, but this concoction could be the cure for all the biting individuals. Peace to the gods that put me on and took the pins out. What Allah taught would never thin out. Catch me in the galaxy, turning the tight one. Watching me spin out. Yeah, you got the right one. Russian gold watches, blink from the booth. It's a rude boy in office, pushing housing abuse. Shooting my loose cannon at any rapper that's man-tanning. And both jangling, I'm strangling those for trying to sabotage the moves. Battlefield ready, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the Calvary is on the move. Get it together and make it snappy. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking at me.
I coming in hot like a kamikaze with no regards for your Nazis. I come through like wasabi with the heat to your face. Smacking whack MCs who disgrace my family. In Long Beach and San Pedro, we don't play. One mistake could be lethal. Both the ocean and our people be spraying the coast. World War III, torpedoes, tsunamis, and drive-bys like nice guys in front of the lobby. Never catch me hanging in a bad sit sweating. Gone in 60 seconds and a supercharged 65 as I fly over the Vincent Thomas Bridge. But that's not what it is. I'd rather be dropping it, hitting switches than hopping this. When I pull up to Carson quick with my Samoan bruise. In the good old days of USA, Meatloaf from San Pedro with them baggy pants and a splash of that Hugo.
Militant moves, battlefield ready, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the Calvary is on the move. Get it together and make it snappy. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking.
Me and this music go way back. Not as far as the A-track, but as far as recording on A-Dat.
Crooked Eye.
To the studio in my mama's Cadillac. The seats laid back, green on my mind like an Oakland A's hat. This is the mid-90s in Long Beach. Snoop in the BMW, Warren G. With Nate in the Suburban. My vehicle's my own feet. Mobbing down Atlantic Avenue, I was on them cold streets. Just a kid with a dream before the pistols and beams, the nickels and fiends. We focused on lyrical schemes, writing songs with difficult themes. But nowadays niggas so typical, y'all just some ridiculous memes. It's all good though, rest to the east, I can't resting in peace. Y'all hood know, I come through smelling like Jameson whiskey. Y'all haters can miss me, I'm well paid, famous and tipsy, nigga.
Militant moves, battlefield ready, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the Calvary is on the move. Get it together and make it snappy. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking at me.
I'm atomic, supersonic, ultrasonic, smoking chronic in the tropics. My sound wave vibrate your brain. Pursue a law, the stealth bomber. I strike with laser guided precision. Lyrical assassin, trapped within the Mayan temple. Reading the ancient symbol, meditating to the instrumental. I am the manifestation of Quetzalcoatl. My pen is like a lightsaber armed with decators that causes earthquakes. The ground shakes, Leviathan the wicks. You're trapped in the matrix, embrace it. My microphone is lace kid with vibranium, titanium, adamantium. I give you the ultimatum to the battlefield. Planet Asia, King Blazer. We invade ya, we invade ya, we invade ya.
Militant moves, battlefield ready, time to show and prove. Hey yo, the Calvary is on the move. Get it together and make it snappy. No time to do your hair, baby. Brothers is bucking at me.
Yo.
All right.
Ready?
Go.
Go ahead. Good. I know you took your notes. No, but you're good though. You actually really good. I like your takes.
I'm just nodding my head. Like I like just the feel of it. It's like very like that raw, gritty, kind of like back to the basics, hip hop. You know, kind of like that, just boom bop, feel to it. Like I think the flows, they blend like very good together. The only note that I have is that I think in between a transition, I don't know if that's like a mixing issue or something like that, but it seemed like a little bit technical or something. Kind of jumped a little bit.
That was weird, yeah.
So that's just a little bit thing to take out the track. But other than that, like, you know, it's just one of them head bopper type of tracks.
I think this is a rough draft.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
Who produced?
The beat is by Yahe. And it's going to be mixed and mastered by Studio AD. Oh, okay. So it's gonna I'm gonna clean it all up.
Okay.
I'm gonna clean all that up.
Okay.
So
not too much
I can't
to clean
wait.
up then.
I actually can't wait then because I already hear what I'm gonna do. So I got no notes. I got nothing to say because I already know what I'm gonna do. But I think it's great to hear Crooked Eye again because Crooked Eye was one of the first big artists that I recorded before he blew up.
Nice.
It was a simple mixtape that we did over in Laguna.
Oh wow.
So that was cool.
Yeah, shout out to Crooked Eye.
Yeah, he's fire.
So David J. Blazer, we sit here again. I like the idea. I like the idea where you're going. And you look like you got a little bit more serious in there. You surrounding yourself with good MCs. You know what I'm saying? As such as yourself. I like the growth. Definitely Planet Asia danced on it. Gave you the lab coat line was incredible. You got Rasul on it. Sul is dope. Sul is coming, giving you the raw apocalyptic style. And your verses March. Yeah, exactly. I think you coming out, keep on that route and just open up a little bit more about what I think David J. Blazer got. I'll try to tackle a little bit more, but it was good.
It's a lot of improvement, especially with Blazer with his lyrics because he came out the gate kind of like already having the delivery. He already knew how he wanted to deliver, but he didn't used to have the lyrics yet. Now it's like the lyrics are catching up now, and do you know what I'm saying? Because some people they have the lyrics, but they don't know how to deliver it right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did it backwards. He knew how to deliver it, and then the lyrics came later. So it's a lot better, and he's surrounded himself with giants,
right?
Which I think kind of lights a fire, independently. So that's cool. So we hear the improvement and everything, but I'm excited to work on it and make it sound.
Said this not a trench,
big.
it's a lab coat.
Yeah.
That was a bar. Yeah, that's fine.
You're gonna hear the difference. I'll say that. You're gonna hear the difference. It's gonna be a hot track. But man, that's cool. What an honor. Good job. All right, I'm gonna hit refresh and see what else we got. That might. Oh no, we got another one. Oh damn. Hold on a second. Is this right?
So like we got a couple.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me check for verifications. Yep, I got one verification here. Okay, 1 second. All right, we've got another artist here. Let me get back to the main screen. All right, an artist named MACKNITO from Chicago Walker Park, Dawn.
Chi-town.
The song is called Chicago Hip Hop. All right, I'm going to the YouTube link. 1 second. Get it set.
Make sure.
How you like this new screen right here, Priest? Isn't this nicer?
Huh?
This new screen?
Yeah.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
It gives me so much more space now on my end.
Okay.
I got a fourth screen, y'all.
Harvey, y'all. And a fourth.
Fourth.
I think yawning becomes contagious when a person does it.
It does.
Yeah.
Yawning is contagious. All right, here we go. Chicago hip hop.
Okay. This is different. I like this.
Another dusty one for you dusties.
Going on that true ill. One verse ended career. Second verse made body leave atmosphere. Can you hear me clear from here? Mars, flow, flu, SARS.
Hey.
Another dusty one for you dusties. Hope y'all got your Medicaid together.
Y'all drop bars, my verses I develop on distant stars. My body is where they found a second particle. God, dark matter matters. 16 lines, brain scattered.
Another dusty one for you dusties. Hope y'all got your Medicaid together.
Hey, Pop.
What's happening over here, man? What they got you doing?
11 hits are shattered, this dimension began to scatter. Cool enough to stop global warming. Missiles homed in, woke up to bombs over Korea in the morning. Millions mourning, they don't want to hear you clearly. So I heighten my energy. No thoughts of creating synergy. Her body matched mine's chemically. Then they created explosion. Only 144,000 chosen.
Somebody in this bitch say hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Most minds are frozen. Peace to all the kings in the sky. All minds seem to die. Nanobots ensure me game over.
Another dusty one for you dusties. Y'all got your Medicaid together.
That's the homie right there.
Who's that? Hey, Pops. What's happening over here, man? What they got you doing? What's good, man? Playing for the elephant graveyard, man.
That was cool.
Wow.
What'd you think, Chris?
That's the homie right there.
You know him, huh?
MACKNITO, yeah, exactly. Come on, that's family. It's Shot-Town. Shout out to MACKNITO. Mac. That's it, right. Word. Shout out, yo, it was dope. I like the short burst of lyrics, getting to the point. It was just like running routes in combine, short cuts, short bout, no hook, just boom, get to the point.
Rap song.
We're gonna lyrically drop it on you. That's it.
Produced by Awdazate.
That's it. Awdazate, MACKNITO. Yeah.
Nice.
I appreciate like the experimentation of this track, you know, because he's from Chicago, so it's just interesting to see examples of, you know, different what do you call it? I don't know the word I'm searching for, but anyway, it's just kind of just interesting to see different manifestations from this kind of Midwest you know, sound. But it was kind of like, I liked how the track first started out. It was kind of like jazzy piano type of vibe. It was some song that was popping into my head. I can't remember it, but I was just like, okay. And then it kind of like though abruptly changed, and we hear like this.
Who just passed away. I know. I thought about that too.
Yeah, and then it changed like very abruptly, and then it was kind of like into this kind of like rugged. Okay, was it? Yeah. Okay, yeah. And then it kind of like transitioned into this kind of rugged sound. You know, so I like. It's like the transitions. They're kind of abrupt, but I dug it because it's like, okay, he's taking me through a journey with sounds, and his lyrics were very, you know, solid, and just the music is solid, so it kept me like you know, I guess it kept me.
It's like the way a DJ would. It's very like DJ drop style.
Yeah.
To where the DJ would just drop it like this, then DJ would cut it. There's a lot of cuts and stuff like
exactly. So it kept my attention. It kept me, you know, in tune. And then the lyrics, I mean, not the lyrics, but the imagery to match it. I also, like that. It kind of had that Chicago go-getter energy. So yeah, like I dig it.
Yeah, I'm really picky about snares, and I like their choice of snares, and they were cracking. They were like a good volume, and they were popping. So
yeah,
that's the first thing I noticed is the kick and the snare. That's what I'm first listening to, and that was fire.
Yeah,
I like those snares a lot. It was cracking.
Sonically, it was like something nice to listen to.
Yeah, that's in the whip.
Shout out to Makeup.
Yeah. Great submission. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good song promotion right there. And all the links to these artists are going to be in the description after the show, about an hour or two after the show. So you'll all be able to check out their YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Right there. Bam, I'm subscribing right now. 2024 was cool. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got. Ooh. Okay, one and... see, that one was earlier. All right, we got another submission here. This one is from an artist named Aurora Borealis from the Holy City of New York. This one is called The Holy City of New York, produced by Aurora Borealis. All right.
Yo, tell Eno what to do, AD. He's in the chat. He's saying he got some tracks.
Yeah, the link is in the description. Go to the description. You'll see submit your song for the song promotion. Right there, there's a link. It'll take you to a page on Killah Priest's site, and that is where you can submit your track. Let's go.
He just told you, go to the prescriptions.
Description. Just 7-second delay.
Sound like Aurora.
Yes.
Ceaseless One, thank you. You're showing Eno, right?
To bring up that organ. Okay. This is a lot better.
Going back.
So I just gotta say, Aurora has improved his mixing skills big time. Because I'm gonna compare this to when he submitted it a long time ago. Because sometimes the snare wouldn't be too loud, or like there'd be, the mixing would be off. This is the best mix he submitted for this track so far. Because we've heard this beat before. So huge improvement. I just want to give a shout out to Aurora because I hear the improvement. I would probably have that organ a little bit louder, but that's just me. But that your bass and snare are at least at a solid point, and nothing is overbearing like it used to be. So you've improved a lot on that. and it's a good basic dark beat, but it's cool. What you think?
Yeah, it seems like the kind of like solid, kind of like that basic hip hop beat. Like I can see a lot of MCs being able to flow over this one. I can hear what you mean. Like I feel like though there's space to like build upon this beat just to kind of give it a little bit more dimension to it, but it's definitely like solid, you know.
An artist can definitely do something to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially to match that tone. He's always kind of been on the darker side.
Okay.
And there's definitely room for that. It's a subgenre of its own, like doom rap, you know, like just darker hip hop.
Okay.
Wikipedia has a whole list of sub genre hip hop styles.
Okay.
It's surprising what exists. What you think, Priest?
Oh man, what else start from there? I gotta agree with you. Beat is very Aurora. It's dark, sinister, like a lonely person just on search. You know what I'm saying? With the little hatchet up the staircase type of vibe. You know, very dark, creepy. It's a creepy beat, creepy vibe. I like that.
Yeah. That's what's up. Let's see. Let me just double check something because we got 2 submissions with no confirmations.
One's probably Eno.
Yeah, it might still be coming through because the latest one I have is Aurora. So we can give them some time if you want, or we can cut it right there because
Chemtrails.
That's all.
We saw something crazy in the air.
You did.
Yeah, man. Shout out to C1s. It was on his birthday night.
Oh, nice.
Said thank y'all.
Yeah, good job, Aurora. Getting better.
Yeah.
Nice.
That it?
That is it for now. Yeah, we could cut it right there. And then continue again on Thursday.
That was a good music segment.
Yes. Good song promotion. Thanks to everybody who submitted. We're going to have the links to all of those artists in the description a couple hours after the show. So I'd say like 11 p.m. Pacific Standard. But if you guys want to submit for the next show, links in the description. And we'll be back on Thursday for the next song promotion segment.
Looking for this.
Yeah.
I was going to play one more thing. Man,
oops.
Go sent me. I can't find it.
It's a weird conversation in the chat. Have you ever snorted cupcakes? Snorted sprinkles? I was snorting sweets.
Not good for you. Don't do that. All right, y'all. Yo, it's been a good show, man. I mean, we got through a lot of parts. Upliftment, music. That's what it's about. Get ready for Braxis 2 coming soon. Get ready for Celestial Grammar. Shout out to everybody who came through. Code 17.
Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for always welcoming me.
Always.
Hey, we enjoy you. We enjoy your picks because you do it real professional. You know what I'm saying? It's like really to the point, and that's dope. But I think I'll speak on behalf of artists. I know how they want someone to really pay attention. I do. Break it down, and that gives them inspiration to keep doing. And you know, who knows, man? Power Records is open. You know what I'm saying? We got Royal Priesthood. Man, Lil Da Vinci doing his thing. We got Kyle Zodiac, along with just the whole Royal Priesthood and stuff. I can't wait to the world hear what we got brewing up, man. It's gonna be crazy. Top Phoenix, shout out to the Crown Loader. You know, love and light, man. David J. Blazer, I see you in the building.
Yo, killing me with this.
Let's go. That was the wrong one, but.
Come on.
Cali is closer and prettier than ever.
Hallucinogenic power. When Shiva was born, the seed turned to milk. Yes. And it snowed turmeric powder. One of her hands reached down and planted the bodhi. Yes. Then handed out roti with chickpeas. Amongst the thick leaves sat the yogi, wearing big beads. Then here comes Jenna, the enlightener. Are you ready? You smell the spice as she entered. She painted the tiger in stripes with henna. The oldest scrolls called the Rigavita. That's right. Hair was not ether, bigger features. Yes. Near the golden monkey, the stone toad, and the salamander. Before Alexandria was conquered by Alexander. Where the gods with the bronze head met the beasts with the blonde dreads. Yes. Dalai Lama meets Brahma, they feast on non-bread. The Buddha was happy and chubby, rubbed belly, feel lucky. Good one. The gods got mean and turned green like mint chutney. Moving on. Romulus and Remus, the she-wolf gave birth to her puppies. Yes. A kid sat doing yoga, played with his pet cobra. He said, Father, I have no attachment. I am one with everything. The sky blackened.
Everything is connected.
Then came Vishnu from out of flying crystal. I Star Trek through Tibet. Landed down near plants and insects. Approached the orange-robed monk that sat in front of the monastery, the temple of forgotten vows, of silence, sweat drip from my brow. I bow, priest, return to Easter Island, witness me coming down from a cloud, holding the mic, hold back the crowd. Melchizedek inheritance, genetic transmission, mysteries of El Leon. Feel the wizardry as you impale to a stone. That's word to Ganesh, killing Dumbo. In the Laura Temple, a Ajanta cave in the jungle, beneath the stars. Many of the ancient gods depict bulls, snakes, birds, or card. Original manuscript held as archives, locked in a vault. Through the cobwebs and smoke, the living dead, spells said and ghosts. The deepest rhymes I ever wrote, beneath the shrine of the goats. Wet, naked, and soaked, from a baby Mel to Gabriel, riding Haley's tail. Comments hitting your conscience like 80 wells. The teachers in their pride, vain boast, they know nothing. This mic holds substance, and it is they who obey and truly succeeded in achieving total ignorance and sheer bliss. I'm here for years, until I'm gone, I leave saffron. Saffron. I leave saffron. So as he was, the priest is born inside of a stone egg. Fell off a mountain, cracked, came up, re-wrapped. Perhaps I take you to the temple soon. You will all reach your doom. The smell of perfume.
Accept the reality